Tigers coverage, make sure you subscribe to Woodward Tigers on YouTube. All Tigers, all the time. For the hardcore Detroit sports fans who can't get enough of the Motor City's teams. All season long, you'll get non-stop Tigers content from on-field interviews, post-game reactions, and roundtable insight from Woodward Sports.
Detroit Tigers taking on the San Francisco Giants as you get Troy Money Melton on the mound. And we are bringing you a very special episode of Woodward Tigers live watch party. I'm your host, Nicholas Kohloff, with our Rookie of the Year, Gordon Jones Jr. Gordo, I mean, it's always a great day when you get to see Troy Melton pitch. This guy's unbelievable. And honestly, I was a little bit, little crazy on the hype earlier in the season. All the hype is well-deserved. Well-deserved, because this guy might be the best pitcher in baseball, straight up.
And honestly, Nick, I can't fault you when you say that. I mean, if you look at
he has the best ERA.
Yeah, but also now, besides the ERA, you look at the stuff, you look at the composure, you look at the pitch mix, you look how he can, he can match that cutter up with literally any pitch, and it's a great sequence. I mean, he's on a tear right now. He has been since he got back into the season for the Tigers, after coming off the injury. And, we're in the fourth inning, 45 pitches in. Like, he's going to be going, knock on wood. We're going to see him for a few more innings here.
Yeah, I would be shocked if he doesn't go 7, to be honest. And that's what you just have come to expect from Troy Melton, literally going 7 innings of 0 earned runs, for the most part. That's what it was. And, he got beat. Drew Gilbert took him for the triple. But you know what? He locks right back in. Colt Keith making a good, stellar defensive play. I wasn't even worried that he was going to score.
Right, and that's kind of this field too, right? Like that little corner is.
Yeah, McKinstry, bad line to that one. That was bad.
Yeah.
But no, I'm so thrilled with Troy Melton. You talked about that cutter, Gordo. This pitch is unbelievable, and we were so blessed for a very long time as the Willie Adames, former Detroit Tigers prospect, is able to hit a single back up to center. Max Clark, no time to obviously die for that one, but the Giants get their leadoff guy on here in the top of the 4th. But with that cutter and his ability to miss the barrel of bats, it is so effective what he's able to do, and it's super impressive. But to go along with that cutter, they're calling it a splitter on the pitch type. Dickerson was talking about it earlier, where he believes it's more of a changeup, but it's literally just like a pitch that cuts vertically and like diagonally downwards. And to go along with the cutter that moves in, it's literally like this. It's like the same tunneling, but those pitches, 2 different pitches, do so much, harm to opposing teams' bats, where it's literally like mixing in the same exact like angle of where he's releasing it from, and one of them dives in at you, and to lefties it gets literally all over, under their arms, and then to lefties it literally cuts outside of the zone where like they're literally it's untouchable. And to pair those 2 pitches together, that's what's made him have the best ERA in all of baseball in like a minimum 65 innings or so. So Troy Melton, he's truly been incredible. Having this guy, as a Detroit Tiger till at least 2032, we'll get to Jackson Jobe in a little bit, but this guy, Troy Melton's unbelievable.
Yeah, and Troy looking to pick up his 8th win tonight, hoping that the bats can help him out with that. But yeah, I mean, he's got 66 strikeouts. He's got a .90 whip. And, he's fantastic. He's only allowed 8 homers in 13 games played. And, every single time that I watch this guy, it's like it's appointment viewing. It was, at least I before the trade deadline, I would say that when we had a Tarek Skubal start, like that was appointment viewing. But we have 2 guys on this roster now where, in my opinion, for me, it's 3, but we have multiple young starters on this team where it is just so much fun to watch these guys go out and compete. And we've seen, How much more can we say about Troy Melton, right? I mean, this guy is
I mean, right now he's in trouble. So, of course, as soon as we go live, they got runners on first and third. 1-2 count. Ooh, strike out. Got him. Looking.
He's gonna challenge that, but he
Double.
might eyes checked because that was clearly a strike.
Yeah, buddy.
Zone.
Let's go. Money Melton. That's the big out right there because now it induces a double play and you're out of this thing without giving up a run. And that's immediately, I'm going to that cutter. I am going to that cutter. I'm trying to induce a, little double play action right here. Devers hit the single to get runners on first and third. There were 0 outs. Melton gets a big strikeout, but here's Gilbert who took him for a triple. Gilbert's got really good speed, so going to be hard to double up, but sees a 4-seamer, 97 right down middle.
Yeah, that's just that is I love that approach. You get aggressive quick, get to a friendly count and, just let him kind of overthink it himself. Are they going to call that? Nah, that was close. That splitter bottom rail that was low barely away, but
I think Dingler would have challenged it.
Yeah.
Valencia still not as comfortable back there yet.
For sure. I still like what I've seen from Valencia. Like, he does a good job framing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But
I don't hate him. We're just blessed to have Dylan Dingler,
Yeah, of course. But I am excited to watch Eduardo Valencia grow and develop behind the dish.
For sure. Plus, I mean, Dingler, he catches all the freaking time. Like, give him a little bit of a rest. So obviously he's still in there as the DH, but
yeah. Melton 1-2 pitch.
Oh, popped up to right. McKinstry's got a pretty good cannon. Seems to be far enough. They go home with it, and he tags him, and he guns him out, Gordo. Detroit Tigers and Troy Melton escape trouble with McKinstry, the cannon from right field. What a throw. Valencia, great tag. They are not challenging. The Detroit Tigers get out of trouble right there, and that is what wins you ball games, Gordo. That is such a clutch play from the field to help out their ace, Troy Melton.
That's huge.
And McKinstry with a cannon from right field. What a play.
Yeah, just definitely making a little note of that.
Oh, yeah. Melton fired up.
Yeah, I love to see that, man. It's, we're so used to Melton being that stoic, meditating out. But lately, we've seen him get a little bit more and more and more juiced after he makes some of those big plays. So Troy is starting to feel himself a little bit, and I am all.
That was an unbelievable play. I'm all here for it as well. Troy definitely is feeling it, and you can tell that the Detroit Tigers are leaning into Troy Melton and Jackson Jobe now that they've had him on the broadcast, 2 out of the last 3 nights, which has been super cool to be able to listen to these guys talk and, how their process is, which has been super exciting. But shout out to everybody in the chat that are joining us. I'm your host, Nicholas Kohloff, Detroit Tigers beat reporter for Woodward Sports. We got our Rookie of the Year, Gordon Jones Jr. We're going to hope to be joined by a guest of Tom Mazaway, Matt Broder, potentially during this stream and post-game. Big time throw by Zach McKinstry. But if you are just tapping in for the first time, make sure to subscribe to Woodward Tigers. We are now on the road to 9,000 subscribers. Unbelievable job by you guys. Big thank you. Shout out to everybody. Make sure to smash that like button. It helps us push this stream out to get more Detroit Tigers faithful fans, on board as well. But I see Dante 151. We got Doughboy Steve, Nitty Gritty. We got Jones, we got Sleigh Bomb 96. Big shout out to all you guys in there. Thanks for tapping in and hanging out on a Sunday with us.
I'm pretty sure shout out Aunt Lori from Nashville. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, shout out to Aunt Lori. Let's go. That's big time.
Right?
That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out. Man, that warms my heart.
Unbelievable job by Troy Melton to get out of that inning. First and third, 0 out. You get the strikeout looking, and it opens up a chance for a double play. I don't think anybody was thinking you get the double play from a Zach McKinstry fly ball to right field. But Willie Adames, and that's what it kind of forces you to have to make those tough calls to try to tag up as Adames did, because they know that, you know, it's few and far between when you have a guy like Troy Melton on the mound. And, you know, they saw the opportunity. They tried to take it, and Zach McKinstry threw an absolute laser to Eduardo Valencia. Way to lay down that tag right there and get out of it as Torkelson rips one deep center field. Gilbert going back. Unbelievable running catch from Gilbert. Logan Webb clapping his hands. Gilbert learned from yesterday. He looks like he's ready to play today after the debacle in center field that was yesterday, trying to battle that sun. That was one of the best catches I've seen all year, Gordo.
I mean, yeah, that was a solid catch. I wouldn't go. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't go that
Torkelson ripped that baseball.
He did. He did. You know, classic warning track power for Spencer Torkelson. But
if we have Max Clark stepping up to the plate right here as he takes a dive at the first pitch, fouls it off behind him. 0-1 count. Yeah, they're showing the replay of the catch. He turned right, turned left, showed off that speed. I cannot believe he caught that ball.
Dude, he looked like J-Mo at training camp, like over the shoulder.
For real, yeah. Max Clark drills one to the first baseman as Clark grounds out here, and, you know, 2 guys up, 2 guys down. Tigers bats have not been able to figure out Logan Webb. It's been a lot of weak contact, but Torkelson did pipe that ball. Just nothing came out for it. But yeah, Gilbert, hell of a catch. Max Clark grounds out there, which I've been so thrilled with Max Clark. You know, obviously big day yesterday, Gordo. Max Clark and his you know, he's really showcasing that kind of 5-tool talent to go along with, obviously, the high grade and high level hit tool. He's been able to show off a little bit of that pop and that power as well to go along with the, you know, 70 grade speed that hopefully, you know, a guy that's going to steal you 20 bases every year throughout his career and play elite level defense in center field. You saw all of that yesterday from Max Clark.
Yeah, no, I mean, Max Clark has shown you a little bit of everything. Like you said, the speed on the base paths, the hitting ability. I mean, this guy is going to be a triple machine for a long time to come. The legs that guy has underneath him in his, you know, first to third speed is some of the best in potentially all of the MLB. Like, he's so quick. He's so quick, and it's so, you know, it's so awesome to have another guy like that on your roster, right? Like, there was a reason why, you know, Max Clark was such a hugely anticipated, hyped up prospect, and we are seeing exactly why right now. Yeah, no, he's shout out to him, man.
Yeah, looking at his prospect profile, this guy, I mean, obviously he was a top 5 pick back in 2023 for the Detroit Tigers, and they drafted him over the likes of Wyatt Langford and Walker Jenkins of the Twins, Langford of the Rangers. And they drafted him so high because they loved his makeup, not just as a player, but as a person. And this dude grinds. All this guy does is put his head down. He's in the cages. He's honestly, go follow him on Instagram. He like is not shy away from like kind of bringing you in depth of like what he's doing, which is super cool just as like you know, a fan of the game. But he's 21 years old. He won't be 22 until, you know, the start of next season. He comes in with a 60 grade hit tool, 50 power, 70 run, 60 arm, and 60 in the field. Honestly, I think that arm is more like a 65 grade, where you're talking about a double plus guy. I've seen him highlight where he's been able to back pick runners that have thought about tagging up. Literally just really good arm to pair with the elite speed. Max Clark has been incredible, you know, throughout the start of his career for the Detroit Tigers, which is super exciting. And yeah, sky's the limit for this kid. Coming into today, he had a give me 1 sec here. Yeah, coming into today, he has a 914 OPS and a 314 average with a 400 on base percentage, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, already 6 RBIs in 9 games. That's big time for Max Clark.
Yeah, no doubt. And Daniel Susak for the San Francisco Giants is getting checked up by a trainer. Let's see the replay.
Oh,
him in the
right off the knee.
Yeah, like right on the kneecap, man. That sucks. That is.
Oh God, that looked brutal. That's pain right there.
Yeah, that was my exact reaction when I went to pick up my baby sister earlier, and she kicked me right in the knee.
Oh,
Just
really?
around. I'm like, I need a trainer. Help.
That's wild.
Yes.
How old's your sister, Gordo?
4. She's about to be 5.
That's
So
awesome. I didn't know you had a sister.
yeah, she's a little firecracker, man. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm sure, brother. I'm sure. That's cool. But yeah, he took that one right off of the knee. That looks like
Yeah.
big time pain from Susak as he's getting checked out right here. But 61 pitches for Troy Melton. Another goose egg. I mean, he's gotten in trouble twice in this game, but he was able to get out of it both times, stranding runners on third, which has been great to see as Zach McKinstry helped him out with his defense earlier, and Colt Keith helped him out before that, with a good stop at third base, being able to fire that ball over to Torque. So great to see from, the defense, which Troy Melton, he is a guy with, the swing and miss has been truly taking form as of late, but he's a guy that's going to pitch to contact and get deep into games because he will pitch to contact. And that's why you've seen him be so successful this season and been able to eat up a lot of innings for the Detroit Tigers. I mean, I think to go along with the storyline of Kevin McGonigal being Rookie of the Year in the American League, if Troy Melton got the innings, you're legitimately talking about American League Cy Young.
Yeah.
Which
And
is crazy to say. And Dylan Dingler's
Yeah.
starting to get into MVP talks as well. Like those three guys, you literally have an MVP type player in Dingler. You have a Rookie of the Year in McGonigal, and you have an American League Cy Young contender if he gets enough innings in Troy Melton. That's
Yeah.
elite to start your franchise around those three guys. Like you're in a really special place. That's not even mentioning Riley Green, Max Clark, Kyder Montero, Jackson Jobe.
You're in the making. I mean, keep him under the are we going to keep him under the 120 at bats, or are we just going to use the hell out of him and just
Max?
Yeah.
We're just letting it rip because guess who's going to win Rookie of the Year next year? Josue Briseño.
Let's go, baby.
Dude, I am just on the Tiger train right now. I mean, dude, isn't that crazy though to kind of take a look back at they literally have a top 5 AL MVP, for sure top 3 AL Rookie of the Year, and Troy Melton has been the best pitcher in baseball over his last 10 starts, where your team's 10-2 in his 12 starts this season.
Yeah, and
the one loss was a shutout. Or not a shutout, excuse me. Your team, your hitters got shut out. I think he gave up one run, and it was a late home run. So you legitimately should be 11-1 in his starts.
Yeah, no doubt.
Shout out Benetti and Daniela Bruce snacking on some ice cream right there. That's a hell of a shot. I would love to get a chat with Benetti. Hopefully I can talk to him soon. But if you guys are just joining us, Detroit Tigers beat reporter for the network, Nicholas Kohloff here. We got Gordon Jones Jr. as well as Troy Melton catches the bunt. Who says pitchers aren't athletic and play defense right there? Seeing him get off the mound, great. But yeah, big shout out to obviously you, Gordo, crushing it as always. But big shout out to everybody in the chat. One thing that is cool here at Woodward Tigers, I have a direct, contact. So if you guys have any of your questions, make sure to get them in the comment section after the stream ends, and I will be able to ask the players. Let me know who you want me to talk to and get a question in there, and I will be sure, to talk to the players and get a chance to, kind of, get a shot in from all the big Detroit Tigers fans out there. And hoping to get Max Clark and Troy Melton coming up in this recent stretch of home games. That was a nasty four-seam fastball. But really hoping to, get a chance to talk to Max Clark and Troy Melton. So if you guys have any questions for those guys specifically, make sure to get them in the comment section after the stream ends. Make sure to subscribe to Woodward Tigers and smash that like button. It truly does help us out more than, smash it as Troy Melton 1-1 count. Fastball as Valencia takes one off the noggin, and the ump shows off his arm strength, kind of helping out Valencia, giving him a second there.
Yeah. And real quick, Nick, I had a couple of really interesting stats. Shout out to this one is from Tigers PR. At 35-22, we've posted the second best record among AL teams since the start of June. We take the field at 405 with a chance to win our 7th consecutive road series, which would set a new franchise record. And just to, build off of that, the Tigers started the season 2-10-1 in road series. Now they've won the last 7. So you get one more, that'd be awesome. And this is something that I didn't get to mention last night, but the Detroit Tigers there's more ways than one. Like, these guys are making history, right? There are only 3 teams that made the postseason when they had a below 500 record at the All-Star break. The Tigers could, be a part of an exclusive club. And also, if the Tigers get one more blowout that is 8 runs or more to nothing, that would put them on par with only 3 teams in history. Let me look this up, because I did have this in my notes from yesterday. But and then if they get 2 8+ run blowouts, they would become the only MLB team in history to have 10 shutouts that are 8 or nothing, or 8-0 or more. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling through this a little bit.
All good.
I'm saying, right, like, the Tigers,
Yeah.
they continue to, the bats, at least if they continue to produce at this level, we will see some very, very, very special things from these Detroit Tigers.
No doubt about it. And just taking a peek around the league right now, Twins and Brewers are tied at 3. That'd be a big time help from our Brew Crew family that didn't want to give up all those elite prospects. Hopefully they can pull it together and win this one against the Twins. But yeah, I mean, just the stretch that this Detroit Tigers team has been on, like, it was so frustrating Friday night to be watching and, get guys on second and third, get guys with the bases loaded. And, like, they just weren't able to get the big hit on Friday, but you were able to see them, explode late in the game yesterday, which was great to see, get back in the win column with the chance to win the series. Logan Webb, 57 pitches entering the 6th here. You're going to have to try to get a solo shot. And I do think that would win you the game with the way Troy Melton's been pitching. But yeah, you got to, you got to grind. You got to get one. All you need is one here. Like, you have Troy Melton on the mound. I don't feel great about the bullpen behind him, but that's a terrible fucking call. 1-2 count now on Zach McKinstry after it missed by,
oh my God, okay,
upward of 4 inches off of the plate. That was terrible.
Nick, I gotta come clean right now. I haven't been more pissed off by Blue in a series this season than this one. And I know, like, this isn't even necessarily like it's the Giants, right? Like, we should take care of these guys. We should put them away. But oh my God, bro, what the in game 1, we had the super, super obvious play at first where Spencer Torkelson got him on the foot. They didn't call that. And it goes through the gap. Base hit for Zach McKinstry. Blue be damned. Z-Mac still gets on base in the top here with no outs. Detroit Tigers looking to go start a little bit of a run. But
Are you sending him here, Gordo? You had that insane stat about McKinstry's base running antics this season, about how he's gotten thrown out a zillion times. The way Logan Webb is able to induce ground balls, I'm sending Z-Mac first pitch.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, I got a really cool stat
as
for you,
they
Nick.
try to backpick him. No safe at first.
Yeah, Devers isn't fast enough for that, bro. So the speaking of Z-Mac, the fantastic play that he made, the throw from the right field. You want to know something really cool about that play? That was the first throw out at home on a sac fly attempt for the Detroit Tigers in this season.
Oh, and he calls that a ball, and they're out of challenges. Holy moly. Tigers get one back. That was unbelievable. We'll take that every day of the week. 1-0 count here on Kevin McGonigal. Zach McKinstry at first. Curious to see if they're going to send him. Logan Webb obviously has the great off-speed pitches as he throws one there, and it's 2-0 count on McGonigal. If the Detroit Tigers can score in this inning, I think they win the game. This is a really big inning, especially getting this leadoff guy on for Z-Mac right here. Obviously on base at first, and Kevin McGonigal 2-0 count. McKinstry taking a pretty good sized lead as Logan Webb is looking. He's leaning. Change up down. Challenge.
Whoa! Thank you.
Let's go. Good challenge, Kevin.
He's so good, man.
I love it. Elite challenge. That's what it is right there. Trust your eyes, Kev Dog. Come on now. 3-0 count. You giving him the green light?
Oh,
let's go. Draft the hyena. Yeah.
Let's go.
This is it. He's going deep. Oh, moly. That was it.
If there was ever a pitch to go deep on.
Yeah. 3-1 count here on Kevin McGonigal. Logan Webb looking in. Zach McKinstry at first base. McGonigal did ground into a double play earlier. This one, oh my gosh, takes a massive rip at a middle cut sinker. Kevin McGonigal just missed that one.
Yeah, and just for this inning, right? I think if this is an inning where you can get, obviously we already got Z-Mac. If we can get bases jammed, a walk or two, I think
Z-Mac goes. Fouled off.
Yeah. And I think it's pretty likely that we could see Webb taken out of this game and then, get the Tigers faced off against the, weaker side of this Giants bullpen. And if that happens, I think that can be huge for these guys in just, trying to take this game, right? Like this sixth inning, their, offense is putting pressure on him. I think McGonigal's doing a great job right now. Let's see, pitch from Webb, another
one fouled off.
Fighting him. Yeah, if we can get Webb off the mound and get to the pen, I think the Tigers have a really good shot at scoring in the sixth.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot to get Logan Webb out of this game, which he's been able to pitch still at 68 pitches. I think obviously that's the game plan and the goal there as McKinstry takes a sizable lead again off of first base. Logan Webb steps off of the mound. Looks like he is battling with Kevin and the fear of Zach McKinstry. He's trying to steal second. So Logan Webb, obviously one of the most reliable veteran arms over the last, 8 years in the MLB, has been really good. As McKinstry goes again, and this one's grounded through on the right side. Zach McKinstry headed to third. Let's go, Kevin. What an at-bat against the, big-time reliable Logan Webb. That was it's unbelievable. Javier or Gleyber Torres said it and talked about Kevin McGonigal. The guy's like an 8-year veteran, is what Gleyber Torres said. I'm just going to echo that sentiment because look at that at bat. Just an unbelievable job by the future rookie of the year in Detroit, Kevin McGonigal. Really great to see it. And Detroit Tigers on first and third got something cooking here as you got the meat of the order coming up.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Gleyber coming on now. We'll see what he can do. I don't know how much longer
he might punch this one to that right side.
That's what I'm hoping.
Just try to take that sinker, maybe low and away.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it.
Maybe get RBI single, get McGonigal over to third. That would be
unbelievable. This is a spot where Gleyber Torres, you've seen him be a professional. I'm assuming he's going to try to get one up in the air, which is hard against Logan Webb, specifically being a big ground ball pitcher. But if he is able to get the sac fly, that would do numbers. Oh, my Lord. This ump is all over the place.
Yeah, who do we have behind the mound right now? Is it J.C. Crawford? Who's the really shitty ump?
I got no idea. 0-2 count. He lays off of the changeup as Kevin McGonigal's at first base, Zach McKinstry at third base. 0-0 game here in the top of the sixth. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Woodward Tigers live stream. I'm your host, Nicholas Kohloff, Detroit Tigers beat reporter for the network. And we got our rookie of the year, Gordon Jones Jr. And we're super thrilled to be able to build this community with you guys. So if you could subscribe to Woodward Tigers, we are officially on the road to 9,000 subscribers. 1-2 count here on Torres. Gets the ground ball to the left side. All
right.
Double play, but the run scores.
All right. And, a game that's this tight,
Yeah.
a run could make a huge difference.
Is that a spot where you would send McGonigal possibly to try to avoid that? Just being such a good ground ball pitcher, I would have to think like they don't love sending McGonigal. He got tossed out once this season, but I think honestly that's a spot where I would probably send him.
Yeah, I can't blame you with that.
They do not like running into outs.
No, not at all. I mean, yeah, they're a very aggressive team on the base paths, but yeah, they don't. They're so cautious about that. But we'll see what our guy Dylan Dingler can do as he takes the 0-1, or I'm sorry, the 0-1 cutter up and away. Count now 1-1, 2 outs, top of the 6th for the Detroit Tigers. Webb now at 75 pitches. 1-1 pitch. Right in the middle, Dingler barreled it, but that one is going to be caught by Rafael Devers to end the inning. The Detroit Tigers put one on the board as Troy Melton takes the mound yet again for the bottom of the 6th. Guys in the chat, I want to hear from all of you, man. How's everybody in the chat feeling? I
got a question specifically for the chat. Do you guys believe the Detroit Tigers make the playoffs? Drop yes or no. Make sure to smash that like button in the chat and get your thoughts in there. I saw our guy Duncan was in there. Always big time. Appreciate Duncan. We got the away fan. Nice. My second favorite is Nick. Or my second favorite Nick is that an Eagles hat, bro. Away fan, you wish, pal. I would never be seen in an Eagles hat. Hell nah. This is a Pleasantries hat. Good little dispo around the corner, but no better dispo than Loom Dispensary. So make sure to check them out. They are the #1 dispensary around. If you are going to indulge, obviously, smoke responsibly.
Yeah, quick update about my fellow Loom connoisseurs. They did just update the reward system. So if you guys if you guys have been racking up those points at any Loom near you, make sure that you go and cash that in today, guys. They're probably closing here soon, so make sure that you guys get on over to your closest Loom and use any points that you may have racked up. By the way, there's not too many places that have a
shout out the away fan
like that is worth it, like Loom does. Like you actually get like awesome stuff all the time. So shout out.
Duncan says more bounce to the ounce. That's hilarious. Shout out our chat, man. We got our guy Rodney in there. Hell yes, Flint Town, go Tigers. Shout out to our guy Rodney. And we got I ain't say that. Let's go. This is awesome. Shout out to I ain't say that. We appreciate you, brother. I think they make it because of the youth. The old, they don't know any better. I see them making it, honestly, but a quick exit, maybe a surprise win in the PO. Shout out to I say that. That is $5 super chat. It means the world to us. We literally just got monetized for the first time. So this is the first time we are literally able to get super chats, which is awesome. And we big time appreciate you. I think if they were able to make the playoffs after the trade deadline, it would be a massive victory. And I don't think it's going to be a quick exit because of the guy on the mound taking over as your new Tarek Skubal, which is so big shoes to fill. And honestly, it is a little bit unfair to have those expectations. But when you've done what Troy Melton's done throughout the start of his career, having, basically a 2 ERA throughout like last year and this year combined, but even this season under a 1.5, I believe at this point, Troy Melton has made those discussions possible. And when your team doesn't lose in his starts with the wicked breaking ball to miss the bat of Eldridge there, holy moly. We are so lucky to be able to watch this guy. And like I said, expectations are through the roof, but Troy Melton is an absolute dog. And we are lucky, honestly, to be able to watch him. And that's why I believe it wouldn't be a quick exit if the Tigers do make the playoffs.
Yeah, and real quick to, keep talking about the pitching. Rich Baldwin had a interesting chat in here. I'm still worried about the bullpen. That is very fair. I cannot blame you for that. Like, we've seen them, put us in terrible spots all season long. However, just a couple of stats for you guys, or just one specifically, right? Listen, you guys have known for a long time. I am not the biggest fan of Tyler Holton. I have, a long time. He's been a guy where if he comes into the game, I'm holding my breath and I'm not sure how he's going to do. But Tyler Holton, since May 1st, has 41 innings pitched, a 1.98 ERA, and yesterday he gave you 2 solid innings and did exactly what you needed. And then same thing with Ty Madden. We saw him in that close down the club with the 8th and 9th inning, and his off speed was fantastic as well. So, as much as we lament over your Waguspacks and your guys that are hurt like Will Vest, or your guys that just are not reliable like a Kenley Jansen, you still have guys in this bullpen that can come in and contribute, do more than contribute. That can come in and give you solid innings. And I got a little bit. Tyler Holton, I think, can be one of those guys. And a quick pop up for who is that? Young Ho Lee and caught by Zach McKinstry for out number 2, I believe. And yeah.
Yeah, no, great point there. I didn't realize the numbers were even that good. So great to see from Holton, who was probably the biggest reason the pitching chaos was able to be successful a couple of years ago. Like, Holton was able to legitimately start games, put teams at a deficit because they had to set up for that lefty. He would go 3 innings, and then you'd be able to put in a little bit of a longer reliever after him. Yeah, Tyler Holton, I mean, at times he's
like
been
a
one of the
Hanafi.
best, which is kind of crazy because he's not going to beat you with like the fastball, but at times he has been one of the most reliable relievers of the last 3 seasons. Not just, for the Detroit Tigers, but in the American League. And I think if you're seeing him kind of get back to his spot where when I chatted with him last season, when he's at his best, he says, it's pitching with the confidence, first of all. And then second of all, like the zone really like opening up to be way bigger for him, which it makes him be able to zero in on those corners and use that off speed with that cutter and with that changeup, to be able to mix that in. So really good to see from Tyler Holton. That's a hell of a stat there, Gordo. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah. And Nick, quick update for you. The Minnesota Twins and the Milwaukee Brewers went to extra frames. Final score in the 10th inning, Minnesota 3, Milwaukee 4. So the Twins take the L, and that's
Twins lose. 2 wins lose. Love to see that. Shout out to our Milwaukee guys. That's awesome. And shout out to everybody in the chat real quick. Just make sure to subscribe to Woodward Tigers. It does, obviously help us do numbers. And once again for our guy Sideless, shout out on the super chat, or I ain't say that. Just gonna read it one more time. I think they make it because of the youth. If they don't know any better, I see them making it honestly, but a quick exit, maybe a surprise win in the PO. Shout out to our guy. Hey, we got our guy Nitty Gritty. Oh, okay. All right. That is funny. All right. That's hilarious. Shout out to Nitty Gritty. Shout out, Nick. How's your boyfriend Mark doing? It's a girlfriend named Teresa. Shout out Teresa. I think she is out in England right now, funny enough. So, shout out to everybody in the chat. If you, we got Freddie. My boyfriend's name is Joe, which is hilarious. Shout out to Sideless. We got the youth movement. Let's go with the super chat. I mean, the youth movement has been incredible. For real. Like, we just talked about it a little bit, but between Jackson Jobe, Troy Melton, can you call her T-Dog for sure? Shout out to T-Dog out there. No, I call her, no. I call her Teresa. There we go. All right. it's not. I don't want to talk about my fucking love life, but here we are. Shout out for the super chats. We appreciate you guys. But speaking of that youth movement, I mean, between Max Clark, Kevin McGonigal, between Valencia, how you Lee's looked good at times this season. You talk about Troy Melton, Jackson Jobe, Kyder Montero, like this team's resurgence of what happened after the month of May has been really great to see for the Detroit Tigers. And it does give me a lot of hope where you're talking about a team that isn't just going to contend, to make the playoffs this season. It's a team that can contend for the next 10 years in the American League because all of their best players are their youngest guys.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And like that's the really exciting part about this. And I feel like that is maybe an unfortunate reality of this organization is that, there's a very good chance that we don't go out and sign that huge prosper, that huge, name at the trade deadline. We don't, sign that big bat in the offseason. But if we can have that, like, if we can, hit this rookie parlay and, we have 3, 4, 5 guys that are absolutely raking for you and they're young or, pitching their ass off, doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
That gives you a great chance. And, that's like what miracle teams are made out of, man. Like this team next season, I feel like is set up for, a really really fun season. And I know we still have a lot of baseball to go, but just with the way this year started, it feels like there's still a monkey on the Tigers' back. So, I want these guys to get over 500 as Colt Keith grounds into a routine play at first. 2 outs now in the top of the 7th. Tigers still up 1-0 on the San Francisco Giants. Logan Webb still in the game at 84 pitches.
Yeah, he's cruising. I mean, Gleyber Torres did hit into that double play. I saw another guy put in the chat. I definitely would have sent Kevin there on the steal just with Gleyber Torres's, speed, and he is, susceptible to be hitting into double plays. Historical, since he's a cutter, middle at 90 miles an hour, that would have been one to definitely hit through. But yeah, we got that.
Sean Zader had a really interesting point. Gleyber had the highest hit into double play rate in baseball. Send Kevin to steal. Hinch stopped sleeping at the wheel as Spencer Torkelson grounds into the easy play at first. And that's another 1-2-3 inning for the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, this game's flying by. I mean, Logan Webb's been dealing for the most part, but that's why even if you grounded in the double play, that's why it was so big for Kevin to get that hit in the own right, because you were able to get Z-Mac over to third and you were able to produce a run still, which this team desperately needed with Troy Melton on the mound. I feel great about that, but yeah, he's going to be coming back out here for the 7th, and this is just another start where you're seeing why Troy Melton has been the best pitcher in baseball. And when you have him on the mound, just to be able to get a 1-run lead, it's super big for not just like his confidence, but this team's confidence as well. I don't love the bullpen, and this, this is going to be a really tough game to win if Troy Melton's not able to go 9 innings, which I don't think he will. I think he'll probably go 7, maybe 8 if you're lucky. But to me, this team's, downfall is the bullpen. And that's why you are in such a hole climbing back to 500 and, on the outside looking into the playoff race right now. So, like, I'm getting a little bit nervous just as we get down the stretch in this game, just because if you have a pulse on the season, that's the biggest, weakness for the Tigers. But I will say, thinking positive, I think Troy Melton puts up another 0 in this inning. He's been locked the F in between that cutter, and they call it a changeup. They said splitter on the stat cast as well, but
it's
that
the Melton
pitch,
off. We don't.
Yeah, I gotta ask him specifically. Yeah, because they were saying the changeup, but honestly, whatever the hell it is, if it's like a slower sinker, whatever it is, it works, and it misses bats from lefties and righties, and to pair that with that elite cutter, which is one of the best pitchers in baseball. You're seeing Troy Melton truly thrive, and it's been so great to see for a Tiger team that needed to come out and get a victory today.
Yeah, no doubt. And let's see here. Sean Azader, I wanted to give you a shout out, man. I don't think I've seen you in the chat, so we're definitely happy to have you here at Woodward Tigers. But I would disagree with this point. Don't got to be a good manager when you have the best starting pitching ERA in baseball. I think AJ is one of the better managers in the league still. I know if you look at like some of the stats that they have for managers, like decision rate, some of the stuff like that, he's in the lower half. But I mean, we saw what the team was, 3 months ago, right? Like we definitely we didn't forget about that. So for him to be able to work with all these guys that he's never played with before, has only seen in spring training, all these guys like Howie Lee, like Ben Malgeri, like Max Clark, like obviously Eduardo Valencia too. Like there's a lot of guys that are very new, like fresh faces that AJ still has got to figure out. So I'm not putting all of this on AJ, but I do think it would make sense, like in that specific situation, I think it would definitely make sense to send McGonigal. And if you have Clark in a situation like that too, send him too.
Yeah, for sure. Those are two guys that I am definitely sending. Is Rafael Devers looking to change this game with one swing of the bat, but the cutter right there on the inside. You get the strike call. Valencia, like you talked about, Gordo, showing off some pretty good catching ability back there, which has been really good to see as that changeup or that splitter. Devers lays off of it. He is 1 for 2 on the day. He had that big single earlier, but Troy Melton right back to it, 1-1 count. Devers gets a curveball and fouls it, then boom, already attacking with the 1-2 count. Great to see from Troy Melton. 89 pitches on the day. Probably gearing up to hopefully try to get out of this inning. If he was 7 under, that'd be unbelievable. 1-2 count, slider inside. Devers able to lay off of that one, but he's one of the guys that can beat you in this lineup in terms of power, and this would be a really big out if you're able to get it. As Melton hits the fastball high, looks like he kind of had a misstep after following. 3-2 count now on Rafael Devers. You got to go to that cutter, and you got to, you got to get it on the. You got to get it in the zone as we see Kyle Finnegan warming up. I don't know if any Tigers fan feels confident with that. I don't know.
I was confident in this guy, like, going into this year.
Fastball, middle, popped up to Jesus Christ.
Oh, what are you doing, Colt Keith? You idiot. Either call him off or tell him, no, what are we doing? Let Riley catch it, bro. You moron.
We saw that son play tricks on the Giants all of yesterday, and Colt Keith just got spun around there. That's got to be Riley's ball the whole way, and I think Riley's got to call him off straight up. Right, like, there's no excuse for that ball to drop. Troy Melton, 92 pitches, gives the ball to AJ Hinch. I disagree. I'm leaving him in there. I'm leaving him in there for at least one more at bat. I mean, that was a weak pop up to left field there. Only allowed 3 hits prior to that moment. I don't turn to the bullpen right there. I really don't. I think that is a big time mistake. What do we got there, Gordo? Burr. Let's go. Super chat.
199, Kyle Finn coming in, RIP. Listen, I hope you jinxed it. I tend to do this a lot where the exact opposite of what I expect happens. So, yeah, Cal Finnegan's going to blow the game. Fade Gordo, fade Gordo, fade Gordo, fade Gordo.
Shout out for the super chat. We appreciate you big time. Even Crazier Clown says double play here. Way to help your pitchers, dum-dums. It's pretty funny. Right. The bad managing and lazy defense feels like another choke job. I mean, I'd be lying if I told you I was confident right now, but I think this was a big-time mistake by AJ Hinch taking Troy Melton out right there. I just think it's a mistake straight up. I think you let Troy go. You've been able to see him get some double plays, and Troy Melton to have that cutter mixed with, that splitter ability, I'm shocked that they go to Finnegan here and try to, I just don't take the ball out of Troy's hands, and I'm winning or losing this game with Troy Melton in this inning. I don't trust the bullpen, and I don't know if you really could have too much faith in the bullpen. I am allowing Troy Melton to at least get Basabi here, who's 0 for 2 on the day, going up against Troy Melton, and yeah, I just think this is a mistake by AJ Hinch. We'll see as Troy Melton, obviously, big shot right there. He's probably a little bummed out that his team couldn't help him out there and, get that out, because then he would have for sure got, another at 3.5 ERA for Finnegan as first pitch, fastball on the outside. They are unable to challenge that 0-1 count. We know Finnegan and that splitter can induce ground balls, but we also know he's been susceptible to a couple big-time home runs this season that have really changed the course of the Detroit Tigers year. So you got to stay out of trouble. This is as crazy as it sounds. And, honestly, I've said it before, but this is the first time where I've truly meant it. This is a must-win game. And Kyle Finnegan, your faith is in Finnegan right now, which is a little shaky.
And shout out to biggest one of the evening. Bow, 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 bow.
Whoa! Shout out! Holy moly!
Derp 7769 with $9.99 in the super chat.
That's our guy.
The entire Kitty organization is pathetic. I'm going to do anything else. Still can't believe we traded Verlander, Scherzer, Porcello, and Skubal in my lifetime before winning. What are you talking about?
Ground ball, shortstop. Glaber fires to first, and he's safe.
Yep, couldn't get him in time. Tigers still getting out there at second base. All right, so Cal Finnegan still has more work to do. Not gonna get those 2 outs that easy, but yeah, shout out to you, Sharp Derp. I mean, we don't necessarily appreciate the negativity, but we understand. We get it. There's a lot to
get your shit off, bruh.
We understand.
Big time appreciate the super chat. That is super clutch. We appreciate you. And if you want to get your super chat in there, we will definitely be reading them and reacting as we go.
That Dingler, man. What was that?
I was reading the chat, dude. I missed it. Valencia.
Brutal pickoff attempt at second, sails right over the head of Gleyber Torres, who was unable to get that in his glove. I mean, I'm sorry, that was McGonigal that made the error there. Brutal. I mean, it was not a good throw. He had to come all the way off the bag just to get it. And
dude, this is so reminiscent of all of the games that they've lost.
Valencia, you have to be better than that. And I was just praising him, behind the dish, and that's what I get.
Oh, my God.
Below the zone, 2-0 count with 1 on and 1 out. 1-0 lead for the Detroit Tigers. Looking slimmer than ever. That lead, that is. And, Kyle Finnegan, please throw a strike, brother.
2-0 count, misses with the splitter, low and outside. 3-0 count now on Gilbert. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? Jesus Christ.
Man, it's like Cal Finnegan, he was very, he was able to place those cutters and those splitters, those off-speed pitches very well in the past. Oh, he got bailed out there. We're lucky Blue is blind today. But
the worst ump I've seen in years.
This guy's definitely the worst of the season. I mean, this guy's atrocious. But this group, I should say. But yeah, I mean, Kyle Finnegan, 3-1 count. Gilbert at the plate. Gets that one right in the inside corner. See, that is the placement that I'm talking about. That split, that is not a pitch that you can comfortably hit. And if you do, there's very little chance that's going to be, fair ball. So keep doing that. Just throw that again. I mean, come on.
For sure. 3-2 count. Kyle Finnegan delivers to Gilbert. Splitter low and away, and he's able to foul it off. Man, this is such a big at-bat. This is such a big inning. If you're able to get out of this one with the lead still, I'd be shocked. But former top 100 prospect Drew Gilbert, Kyle Finnegan delivers a 3-2. High and away, and he fouls it off. 96 miles per hour with the fastball. Oh, my God, dude. I did not think I was going to be sweating like this. This feels like playoff baseball.
And it's against the freaking Giants, bro. What are we doing?
Well, you're going up against Logan Webb, but, like, I agree. Like, 3-2 count. Kyle Finnegan gets a grounder to third base. And Cole Keith, what are we doing?
Take him out of the game. Take him out now. He has to be done. Cole, I don't know if you got something in your eye. I don't know if you got a rock in your shoe, but obviously you're not focused right now. You got to go. Bro.
Cole Keith with a chopper to third base tries to go bare hand. Run scores after not catching that ball to left field, and Cole Keith looking lost on that play. When the Detroit Tigers are at their best, they got Javier Baez at shortstop. They got Kevin McGonigal at third base. They got Gleyber Torres at second base. Colt Keith has been dialed in at the plate as a DH.
Yeah, Federer coming out.
You've completely sold on this inning as it's a 1-1 game. Kyle Finnegan guy on first. He's thrown 12 pitches. And, I mean, you don't take out Troy Melton. Yeah. Dude was at 92 pitches. You don't think you could have got another batter? Troy Melton obviously looking on as he is officially, I don't even know if they throw an error on that first one, but that definitely should have been a catch between Riley Green and Colt Keith. And then that one, I don't even know if you were going to get him. Why was he playing so far back is my question. Was he holding the runner on third? Like, that to me is a mistake in its own right. Just a brutal inning for the Detroit Tigers. And like I said, I'm not shying away from it. This was a must-win. This is a must-win game. They could get back to 2 games under 500 with a win.
That's 3 consecutive errors. That is how you not only implode an inning, but blow a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, both, obviously that play between Green and Keith, and then the Valencia overthrow, and then Keith just fumble fucking the ball and not, oh my God, that is so frustrating. Yeah, they have it as an infield single.
Rice says, we had this game. We did. Sean says that's a routine play, more like Colt Queef. Putting in Finnegan is just asking for the game to be tied. Hinch putting Finnegan in and not sending Keith either, killing innings over and over again. Yeah. I mean, this has been a terrible game from AJ Hinch and the bullpen. 1-2 count as Kavanaugh looking at a splitter away, 2-2 count now. I mean, you need the double play now more than ever. I cannot believe what I've just witnessed in this half inning.
Yeah.
It looks like you're on the last day of a road trip.
Yeah, I mean,
it looks like their brain is on the flight back to Detroit.
Yeah, well, guess what? Shout out to JCA7743 in the chat. Can they release Finnegan? He's one of the worst relievers in the major. Sunk cost at this point. Boys, we have him for a 2-year, $19 million contract. So he's still got 1 more year with us. So congrats.
Finnegan was really good last season, but he just hasn't been the same guy this year, sadly. Oh, yeah. Painted on the black there on that one, though. Strikes out Kavanaugh. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th, and you're gonna need some magic here, Gordo. I mean, hopefully, like we talked about, getting Logan Webb finally out of the game maybe opens up some more opportunities for the Tigers. But who do you think is the guy that does step up for the Detroit Tigers if they are going to win this game offensively, Gordo?
Offensively?
Yep. As they pull Kyle Finnegan for the big lefty Drew Summers.
Lefty. All right, we'll see if Drew is able to place those off speed, the slider sinker. If he can actually fucking place those, great. If not, then he's useless. Like we've seen this time and time again with Drew Summers, where if he's afraid to throw over the plate, he's not gonna do nothing for you. So hopefully Drew Summers can come in here and have one of his outings that he has had all season long, because the Detroit Tigers absolutely need it right now.
Yeah, this is a must-win game, like I talked about. And shout out to everybody tapping in with us on Woodward Tigers live stream right now. Make sure to smash that like button on the road to 50 likes. Hopefully we can get there by the time the stream is up. We appreciate you guys tapping in, and make sure to subscribe to Woodward Tigers. We are on our road to 9,000 subscribers. We just eclipsed 8,000. Super exciting stuff here at Woodward Tigers. And make sure to share the stream with all of your Tiger fans. And we really appreciate you guys tapping in with us on the Sunday as the Detroit Tigers find themselves tied in a 1-1 game with the San Francisco Giants. And I think AJ Hinch and the defense completely let down Troy Melton for sure. Like, I'm letting Troy battle through that, like, no doubt about it. And now he has a run on his, resume for the day, which, he would have gone 3 straight outings without an earned run if it wasn't for AJ Hinch and his defense completely letting him down.
Yeah, shout out to Sean Zanair. To answer your question from earlier, Sean had the answer here. Colt needs to make up for his errors at the plate. I agree. If we could if we could, that's my bad. If we could
What up?
I flashed the wrong message for a second, but shout out Sean. And if Colt Keith can come up here and get us a big hit, oh man,
big time.
That would be huge. That would be absolutely huge.
Speaking of huge, one of our MVPs, one of the biggest, supporters of the network that we appreciate. We love having him in studio. Our guy, Freddie Felt. Gordo and Nick have become my fave duo on the network. Freddie, we appreciate you more than you know, brother. Tim and the cat. Freddie's an absolute legend. We appreciate your support more than you know, brother. So thank you for hopping in the super chat there. And everybody else, if you want your super chats read out loud, make sure to drop one in there. Big appreciation to you, Freddie. Thanks for tapping in with us, brother.
Shout out. And shout out to Melton. Got a 2.1 pitched with a 0.64 ERA. And he had 20 straight scoreless innings. So, I'm absolutely electric. And hopefully, we have a little bit of an electricity factory on the mound right now for us in Drew Summers. We need 1 out. We need 1 more strike, man. That's all we need. You don't need to be throwing sliders in the dirt. Like, that was
going up against the 8-hitter here, McCray.
I don't need another just a bit outside. I don't need that, Drew. I need one right. Come on.
Oh yeah. Got it. Come on, baby. Let's go. Drew Summers, I mean, he's a super interesting arm. They love that lefty on lefty matchups when they can get it for Drew Summers. Max Clark due up. Like I talked about a little bit earlier, Gordo. Who do you think steps up offensively if they're going to, come away with this victory? And why is it going to be Max Clark?
I was just, and I gotta check real quick because he does have a hitting streak right now, right?
I am not sure.
Let me see. I'll find that real quick. But I think if we can get Max Clark to get a hit here, that would be absolutely electric. Max Clark. So this was from. Okay, so that was 22 hours ago. So that was from last night. So he's reached base in every game of his career, and going and looking at it right now, he's 0 for 2. So if he can reach base again right now, keep the streak going, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anything to just get on base and put some pressure on the Giants, I think would be so big. And to be able to, really see that speed. If they're playing deep at like third base, like is it a potential? I think he tried to do it yesterday. It's a potential spot where he may try to lay one down just to get on.
Yeah.
We'll see about it. Max Clark certainly can do that if the defense does allow it.
And Nick,
Max Clark, if he is able to get on base here, it's going to be so big for this team's success in this game.
yeah, no doubt. And Nick, one thing I wanted to mention, right? Max Clark can get on base. He has Eduardo Valencia coming up right behind him. So, Eduardo Valencia maybe
Susceptible to a double play.
True, but he also can smack that thing out of the park.
For sure.
There's the opportunity here for a 2-run home to get Max on, and then just kind of hopefully put a little bit of a nail into the coffin and get away with a close win and come back home for a super crucial homestand. And shout out to
Logan Webb able to drop a slider in.
Sparkles.
Fastball up, slapped out to center field, and Gilbert under that one. Max Clark 0 for 3 on the day as Logan Webb is just mowing down Detroit Tigers hitters. I don't love that at all, but yeah, just
me neither.
Logan Webb does not give up big power either. But Eduardo Valencia, 4 RBIs on the season, or 4 home runs on the season. This would be the biggest time ever to get his 5th home run.
No doubt.
Low fastball there as he is in a good hitter's count already, getting ahead 1-0. Come on, Valencia. Why not? Why not you right now? Come on.
Yeah, we got to have one from Valencia.
1-0 count. Logan Webb shaking his head, unable to get the right pitch. As he finally does, he winds up, delivers a cutter middle, and a sweeper, excuse me.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're looking for. If you're not looking for that one, Jesus Christ, Eduardo, that thing was middle.
Yeah, I think it was just a little bit of that movement.
And then they come in with the sinker and he fouls it off. But that,
yeah,
we got to get Logan Webb out of this game.
Seriously, I've been saying it for a while now, and yeah. JCA 7343, your feed is a step behind. We know, guys.
Yeah, no spoilers in the chat though, please.
Yeah, not only is there naturally latency when you guys are watching us, so we're probably like 8 seconds delayed, but we also,
and he drills one. Eduardo Valencia, deep left center. Ball off the top of the fence. Double for Eduardo as he drilled that baseball and he pounds down. Wow. Eduardo got a hold of that thing. Really good hit from Eduardo. It was a 4-seam outside, and he was able to extend his arms and truly drive that ball to deep center field and, really just miss a home run about 10 feet there. But, yeah, great drive by Eduardo, and they are allowing him to stay at second base. They are not pinch running as Zach McKinstry looks at a sweeper away. Z-Mac 1 for 2 on the day. What do you think about not using a pinch runner here, Gordo? Do you think it's just with the fact that Dingler is strictly the DH? Because Eduardo Valencia is one of the slower players on the team as McKinstry looks at a cutter middle. Yeah, I would hate to see Valencia get gunned out on a single.
Yeah, that would definitely be tough, but as
McKinstry drills a ball to left field, and it's going to be up to Kevin McGonigal. He had a big-time single earlier in the game. Kevin McGonigal steps up to the plate. He already has a walk-off on the season, we know, but he has struggled a little bit with runners in scoring position, as it looks like they're going to be pulling Logan Webb, which I think would be a massive mistake made. And they are going
take the ball
to
please take the ball.
Just looking here as the manager is
going on up there
chatting with Logan Webb, and they leave him out there. Damn it.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
Definitely.
Well, Kevin McGonigal, like we just talked about, he's had a walk-off this season. He is the prohibitive favorite of AL Rookie of the Year, and McGonigal has a chance right here to do something special. And we talked about it a little bit. He has not had the best numbers with runners in scoring position. They flashed the graphic a couple days ago. But this is the biggest at-bat of his young career so far. And 1-1 game with Valencia on second. He looks at a sweeper low, and he is ahead in the count, 1-0. What are you thinking here if you're Kevin Gordo?
If I'm Kevin, I'm just trying to half. I mean, that's a tough spot. At this point, man, I'm swinging for the fences. Right? Like, obviously, if you get that low sweeper, that low changeup, right? Like, you have a better eye than like half the vets in the MLB. So, just let a pitch come to you. But as soon
I
as
think
you
he's going to
get,
drill it to right field up 2-0 right here. McGonigal sees one middle. Oh, God, and he misses the changeup.
yeah,
Sorry to interrupt you. My bad.
no worries. Yeah, I think he's got to take one deep, man. He's got to send one absolutely deep. Um,
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
everybody in the chat joining us as we got Kevin McGonigal 2-1 count here, and Logan Webb fires a fastball after that sweeper got him. Kevin shaking his head. Yes, he was on it, but he just missed it. Gleyber Torres waiting in the wings here. McGonigal 1 for 3 on the day. This will be the 100th pitch of Logan Webb's phenomenal outing for the San Francisco Giants. And this is where Kevin's got to lock in. And I still think he can pull this ball to right field, hopefully get Valencia home. McGonigal gets it. No.
and
That was
right,
so deceiving. He flies out to right field.
holy 3 outs for the Detroit Tigers, and that will probably spell the end of the day for Logan Webb. I pray to God it does, but yeah,
Jesus. Such a big missed opportunity.
yeah, another 1-2-3 inning is not what you needed in this game. And give me a second. I'm gonna look and see how many 1-2-3 innings we had in this game, because I feel like that's something that these Tigers are not doing right now. They're not playing you know, solid like team baseball. They're not able to hand the baton off to the next guy and keep traffic, going up. So yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty frustrated right now. Tigers got to find a way to win
Or
this game. I mean, there's just no other way around it. They need to find a way to win this game. They were unable to really help out Troy Melton, and just a missed opportunity there. Kevin McGonigal got that splitter that he looked at literally right down the middle, and then they come up firing with that fastball after. But it looked like he took that home run swing, Gordo. I kind of want to
yeah,
see Kevin shorten up a little bit and really just try to pick up the RBI with the single. But he took the big time swing trying to hit that homer.
for sure. Can't blame you on that one. Let's see here. Just kind of seeing if I got anything interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a water. So
Kyle,
cook up.
all right. Shout out to all of you guys in the chat. Just a quick little note. Cal Finnegan has thrown 70 pitches over his last 5 outings. He only has 4 whiffs. Out of 70 pitches, this guy has 4 whiffs. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? I see why we have people in our chat saying that we should release this guy. That's unacceptable.
Did he get one with Bob?
No. I'm just saying, from earlier, man. Like, not good at all. Yeah. I can't get that image out of my head of, him being one of those guys that came in and absolutely blew it for Tarek Skubal's last game. I mean, he let up what, like 2 runs that let the who were we playing, the Orioles lead. So yeah, I still don't feel good when that he's on the mound. But there we go. Drew Summers right now. They're trusting him to keep things going here in the 8th.
Detroit Tigers 3.5 games back in the AL Central. Summers against Kohloff right there as he's able to drill that ball over jumping Gleyber Torres as they get the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the 8th. Eldridge has been in that leadoff role. He's a big lefty. Gleyber Torres just over the head of him. I got a really bad feeling about this game, Gordon.
Yeah, me too. This doesn't look good right now at all.
And if they win today, they could be just 3 games back of the division with a chance to play the Guardians and White Sox this week as Eldridge pushes that ball to shortstop. McGonigal
has no play at all.
First and second, no one out, bottom of the 8th.
This bullpen, bro. This fucking
And when you don't score runs like you have been in 6 of the last 7 games or whatever it is, putting up over 8 runs, like it's gonna be under a microscope as Lee steps up to the plate. He had a big night on Friday with the bases loaded. He had a big hit. He tries to bunt that one, unable to do so successfully. But man, this is just feels like missed opportunity after missed opportunity. And I think it starts with your defense and Cole Keith unable to catch that ball for Troy Melton. Or Riley Green not calling off Cole Keith. Haliuli, another failed bunt attempt as 2 strikes are now on Lee. Drew Summers still in there, 12 pitches already. Guy on first and second, nobody out. I mean, if you can get the double play here, that's great, but Lee's got pretty solid speed. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to beat that one out. But, you know, I think you have Gleyber and you have McGonigal out there. If they can pull their head out of their ass a little bit, I think they can easily make that play. And slider away. 1-2 count now for Drew Summers. Game is tied at 1 apiece. Bottom of the 8th with 2 on for the San Francisco Giants.
Strike 3!
Dang it, a mess.
That's big time. Needed that one desperately. Shout out to everybody in the chat joining us. Drew Summers picks up the big time strikeout there. Make sure to smash that like button. We're trying to get over 50 likes on the stream. And also make sure to subscribe to Woodward Tigers. We're going to hopefully be able to do more streams like this with you guys and watch-alongs and, you know, different. Obviously, we're going to bring you guys the post-game breakdowns from Comerica Park all week long. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so you do not miss it. As Drew Summers is currently ahead 0-1 here on Adames. He's got 19 bombs on the year. A little bit of a down year for him, but he can do damage.
Yeah, no doubt. And
nice 4-seamer on the inside corners. Drew Summers is ahead 0-2 on Adames. Hopefully trying to get him to turn into a double play here as Drew Summers' chain is shining bright in the California sun.
Yeah, and shout out to Nathan Maxwell 2188 in the chat. I don't think I've seen you in here before, so thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate having your insight. Tigers bullpen has blown 17 late inning games. Imagine where they'd be with an average bullpen.
They'd be one of the best teams in baseball.
Yeah.
With the way their starters are able to pitch. 1-2 count here on Adames. Misfires on a 4-seamer, 96 miles per hour. Last thing you want to do is walk him here. But, tough spot. Drew Summers, 2-2. Willie Adames waiting, and he misfires again on a sinker away.
Full count here for Drew Summers. Make or break.
Come on, Drew. Just find a way to get to the 9th. You got your big dogs coming up. Dylan Dingler, Riley Green.
Give us a strike. Give us one freaking strike.
3-2. Drew Summers sends it in. Fouled back. 96 mile per hour fastball on the inside track. Followed by Adames as Drew Summers has now had 20 pitches so far. shakes his head yes as he got the pitch. 3-2 count. Drew Summers. Oh, complete miss that time as the bases are now juiced. With one out here in the 8th, Chris Fetter coming out to talk to Drew Summers.
Talk to him. You better take that fucking ball from him. I know that's usually that's the skipper's job, but like, brother, are you really keeping this guy in the game right now? I mean, okay, they probably want him to try to get one more out. You got Rafi Devers, though. You really gonna, I mean, it's Rafi Devers older, but he still like has that, lethal power in his bat. This game could flip on his head, and we could see Rafi Devers hit a Sports Center top 10 play in this next at bat here. Hoping that doesn't happen, but with the way this game is going, it would not surprise me.
This season, 417 average with the bases loaded as Rafael Devers sees a sinker right on the inside corner. Ahead in the count 0-1. One thing about Rafi Devers, not known for his speed. So hopefully big double play here to get out of this inning. They are in double play depth there. Drew Summers fires, and it's a ground ball to second base to Kevin.
There we go.
Over to first. Let's go.
Got him.
Come on, baby. Double play. Drew Summers gets the ground ball. McGonigal fires a strike over to the first baseman as Torres with a nice smooth flip of the glove doesn't even touch it. Why is Gleyber Torres so crispy, man? That was sick.
Straight up. Smooth operator, man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What a pitch from Summers to be able to get out of the trouble. That's big time. I mean, that was the at bat of the year right there. And Rafael Devers grounds into a double play. Shout out to Drew Summers. We got Dante 151. Drew fucking Summers. Shout out. Yeah, let's go. Shout out to everybody in the chat that's joining us. What a turn. Bingo. Even crazier clown. It would be nice if Torres ran out and at bat this year. Always got to be something there. But, yeah, the Detroit Tigers bat's got to come alive now, man. Come on. I'm with you. I mean, now or never for this
Agreed.
Detroit Tigers team. But if you are just joining us for the first time, make sure to smash that like button. We're trying to get over 50 likes. And make sure to subscribe to Woodward Tigers. We are on our road to 9,000 subscribers. We're going to be doing post games all week long. I will be live at Comerica. I will hopefully get a chance to talk with Max Clark and Troy Melton this week, and going to bring you guys obviously the most exclusive interviews to go along with that. And we really appreciate you guys tapping in with us on this big Tiger game on Sunday.
Yeah, shout out to all you guys in the chat. And let's see here. The Giants are gonna go ahead and bring in, where's he at? Dylan Smith here, former Detroit Tiger.
Whoa.
Shout out. This is a familiar cat. Dylan Smith. He was drafted by us, right?
Yeah, out of Alabama.
Yeah. Right on. That is yep, that's pretty funny. Last time he pitched for us was March 4th against the Dominican Republic. So he obviously made his way over to the San Francisco organization later on in the season, but it's been a struggle for him as well. I mean, I'm looking up and down this card, man. It's a lot of 1 innings with an L, 1 innings, let's see here. Just that's the season. 24 games played. He's 0-4 with a 2.95 ERA, 24 strikeouts, a 1.31 whip. And yeah, I mean,
misses twice early. 2-0 count for Torres. Sees a fastball on the outside. No challenge from Torres in the top of the 9th on a questionable pitch. I think that's one Gleyber would like to have back and challenge that one.
I'm no reason to not use up your challenges. Thank you.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, as soon as we start talking about it, it's like, yeah, it's the bottom of the 9th. You have.
Let's go. That's big. 2-2 count instead of a 3-1 count instead of a 2-2 count is so big. Gleyber Torres, way to use the challenge on that one. Probably should have been ball 4 for you, but 3-1 count as Dylan Smith is in the windup. Gleyber Torres, 3-1. Fastball on the inside, fouled back. Smith has been spraying a little bit. I mean, just got to get that leadoff guy on here, Gordo. They got to get some pressure on the Giants, but I'm sure everybody's thrilled that it's not Logan Webb doing the one pitching. So this is a spot. I mean, you got Torres, you got Green, you got Dingler, Torres, 3-2. Swing and a miss. Got some 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Torres looked like he was maybe sitting on something off speed, and he was not able to catch up with that one. Disappointing for sure.
Yeah. This is a moment where you need to get guys on base, and to have Gleyber on base already to set up Dylan Dingler here would have been huge. So definitely a missed opportunity there. Dylan Dingler, and they're going to call that one a strike right on the border there. Might have been a little bit too.
864 OPS, 80 RBIs. You know what, Ding? About time for your 81st RBI with a little home run here, because the Detroit Tigers need to desperately try to find a way to get a lead here. 1-1, Dylan Dingler, 0-1 count. Comes inside with a fastball. Almost hits him, but it does not. But Dylan Smith is spraying a little bit. If he hits a fastball down the middle, man, Dylan's got to be ready to crush this ball to deep left field, which we've seen him do all year long.
No doubt.
Dylan Smith in the windup, 1-1 count. Fastball right down the middle. Man, you got to find a way to not miss that pitch. That thing was center cut, middle. 1-2 count on Dylan Dingler. Already struck out Gleyber Torres. Dylan Smith in the windup. Fastball up. Dylan leaves it up. 2-2 count coming up on Dylan Dingler. And this is just, man, this is nerve-wracking, to be honest.
Games that I've watched a lot.
Sprays another fastball, unable to find the zone, and another back-to-back full count right here as Dylan Dingler. If it's close, Dingler's going to swing the bat. We know that. Jesus fucking Christ.
Come on.
Strikeout, Dylan Dingler.
Well, shout out to whoever put on extra frames.
Yeah.
Because it's looking like it right now.
All right, Riley. Mr. Didn't want to call off Colt Keith. I mean, let's see it, Riley.
Dude, these guys just don't look like it. Literally, it looks like nobody took their Adderall this morning. Everybody's just lackadaisical. La 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 la.
Yeah.
Like, boys, and what are we doing?
Yeah, for real. This is such a big game, but it is literally the last game of a road trip, which is always a little bit, you kind of got to think if, they've been out for a while here. But, I mean, Riley Green 0 for 3 on the day going up against Dylan Smith. Ahead in a 2-1 count. Let's see one of those uppercut swings to Macaulay's Cove out in right field. Fastball right down the middle. Fouled back by Riley Green. But, those are pitches that we've seen Dylan Dingler and Riley Green, not miss, and they're just missing them today. Dylan Smith, 2-2 count on Riley Green. Bat back, wind up, incoming. Fastball right down the middle, and he misses it. That is so frustrating. They just look completely lost out there.
Yeah, and they're showing shots of Alcatraz right now, and
Yeah, you got any fun Alcatraz facts for us, Gordo?
I do
What's
not.
that you cut out?
I believe, actually, I believe it's only 2 or 3 people that have ever escaped from Alcatraz. Let me double check myself. Oh, wow. All right. 0. Nobody has gotten out. There was the unsolved 1962 mystery. Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin used handmade tools to dig a hole and were never found.
You think they got eaten by sharks, or you think they made it out?
I don't know if there's too many sharks in the harbor there, so I think they got out.
That's
I,
wild.
I,
I would like to get
I,
out of this ball game with a victory. I'll tell you that. The bats do not want to wake up. They look completely uninterested. And, when you're missing fastballs down the middle of the plate from your back-to-back all-stars and an all-star last year in Gleyber Torres, just super frustrating.
Yeah, the guys that you needed to make a difference the most just were gone. Like the only guy that really truly felt like they came to play today was Troy. Everybody else in this Tigers locker room, man, just brutal. Just brutal stuff.
Kenley Jansen enters the game for the Detroit Tigers in his 3.94 ERA. I think he has the most blown saves in terms of allowing walk-offs. He's given up, I think, 4 this season. This is spot. I got a little bit of PTSD there, Gordo. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not feeling confident that the Detroit Tigers win this game. Uninterested at bats. This is such a big game that they need to win. And Kenley Jansen enters the game for the Detroit Tigers in the bottom of the 9th. Basabe at the plate gets a fastball middle, fouled back.
All right, here we go, Nick.
You got the rally cap? Let's go.
Rally cap on. Come on. I know we're not down, but, it's too close for comfort.
Yeah.
Come on.
0-1 count. Kenley Jansen fires a big-time cutter that Basabe was trying to walk off. That one for sure.
Tigers are playing like they just want to get back to Detroit. Yeah, very. That's exactly.
And a swing and a miss. Kenley Jansen gets a strikeout to open up the 9th inning. That's a big time momentum builder. 3 straight pitches, get the strikeout of Basabe. Great to see for Kenley Jansen.
Shout out to Rodney Smiley 8650. Nick, have faith, bro. Go Tigers from Flint Town.
I love Rodney. Shout out to you, brother, from Flint Town. Super hype. We appreciate you watching, Rodney. That last half inning really rubbed me the wrong way. They were just missing fastballs down the middle of a former pitcher that is not elite. That's really not that quality. As Kenley Jansen throws a really good cutter right there to Drew Gilbert, who's 2 for 3 on the day, trying to avenge his disaster of a game out in center field yesterday. Trying to battle that sun, but man, I wish I could. You guys know me. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, and I'm not feeling very confident, but I would love if the Detroit Tigers won this game. It would actually make my whole entire weekend.
Kenley Jansen places the cutter high and inside, and that one is fouled away by Jansen. And real quick, this was just something I was just kind of thinking about. Dylan Smith, right? You let him go in the summer before, he could even, join the team. I'm sorry, I should say in the spring. And you're looking at our bullpen right now, right? And after seeing him just strike out the heart of the order, I know I read off his stats earlier, not very impressive, but at the same time,
under a 3 ERA. I mean,
yeah, those are better stats than most of your guys in
agreed.
So another bad decision from Scott Harris to add to a massive list.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about Dylan Smith and his career, but Kenley Jansen right now, 1-2 count on Gilbert, who's looking to win the game for the Giants. And Kenley Jansen throws a breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strike three.
God dang.
That was the nastiest pitch I think he's thrown all year. Big time break on that one. Gilbert swings, not able to get to it.
That was
great
gross.
to see from Kenley. Looks pretty dialed in today.
Yeah.
Which is great to see.
Maybe he also found his Adderall and took it this morning. Shout out.
Cutter on the top of the zone, 93 mile per hour. Shout out to Kenley Jansen, looking good. Kavanaugh, 631 OPS, 246 average, 0 home runs, 4 RBIs, 0-1 count. Kenley Jansen. Oh no, Valencia, that ain't it. Challenges, but this one is gonna for sure be a ball. Yeah, not really close on that one, but yeah, no doubt for sure. Jansen looks by far the best he has all year. He's actually locating. Shout out to our guy Sean. Shout out to Even Crazier Clown, and shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure to subscribe to Woodward Tigers. We appreciate you big time here.
Yeah, and I got Sean Zanator in there. He's actually locating. Yeah, exactly. Like these pitches look for the most part like they're going exactly where he wants them to go. So
Yep. 1-2 count. Kenley Jansen on Kavanaugh. Setting up top. They throw it there. Kavanaugh able to lay off as we got a 2-2 count here. And yeah, Kenley Jansen has looked pretty dialed in, but you got to just get out of this inning and, hope and pray that you can find a way to win this game. 2-2 count. Kenley Jansen, high and tight, just misses Kavanaugh. Avoids getting hit with that one. Kavanaugh awaiting a 3-2 pitch. Don't want to walk him here, especially those numbers. Kenley Jansen, 3-2. Fastball up, and he strikes him out. Kenley Jansen dotting those pitches right now. Great job by Kenley. I think he struck out the side there, Gordo, right?
He did. Yep. He got
that was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the best, at least from my immediate memory. That's the best, save that he's had. Like I don't know, you can't count that a save necessarily, but that's the
best outing for sure.
Him, have he came out here and was absolutely dialed. So yeah, shout out to him, and shout out to all of you guys in the chat as well. Brandon Martin, we are still dancing. So yep, shout out Gromit0237, Grip and Rip It. Shout out to ECC, my guy, Even Crazier Clown in there. Shout out to Born Again Gamer Jono. Shout out to Sean Zanator. This is pretty good. If they strand this free runner, I'm maybe shouldn't have showed that one. That was funny though. That was funny. All right. Virtual Vernon, inning over for 45 seconds now. I understand, guys, naturally with these live streams, there's going to be about 8 seconds of latency. And then also the service that Nick and I are using, there's another few, seconds of latency. So don't worry, guys. Like it is what it is. Just bear with us, and maybe please don't try to spoil it in the chat. Nick, give me a thumbs up when you're ready to rock, brother. All right.
Yep, my bad. I was just checking on social media. We got some breaking news. I don't know if they mentioned it on the broadcast, but one of my baseball buddies that is locked in, Jose Briseño, getting the call up to AAA Toledo. So one step away from the major leagues as Briseño getting the call up. That is big time. Big time. Really big news for, Briseño, who has just been dominating AA with 9 bombs, 22 RBIs, and under 100 at-bats. He's completely crushing the baseball right now. And speaking of crushing the baseball, How You Lee steps in for Colt Keith, it looks like, as going up against the lefty here. I'm assuming that. And I think it would put Riley Green at second base, if I'm not mistaken. So Hao-Yu Lee, top of the 10th, getting a at bat against the lefty here. Detroit Tigers got to find a way to score them. There's just no other way around it. And this is a game. If you win it, it can really help propel you. And with the loss, really end a lot of the positive momentum that they've been building.
Yeah, and Dante 151 in the chat. I can't wait for Sean reaction on Tuesday on Big D Energy. Yeah, because Monday on Big D Energy, it's going to be me, Justin, and KG at the University of Michigan golf course. They said only Michigan men allowed. No Neil, no Sean.
What?
And so guess what? The Maize and Blue, we're pulling up. We're rocking it. We're proud, and we're gonna be streaming Big D Energy live from the University of Michigan golf course tomorrow from 8 to 10. Make sure
that's awesome.
And
you fired up?
Oh yeah, super fired up for that one. Yep, Gromit in there. Go Blue. Let's go, baby.
Shout out to Gromit. We got Hao-Yu Lee 2-2 count. Looks at a fastball high and away. So another full count. This has felt like a playoff game for sure. Hao-Yu Lee in there, 3-2 count on him. We got Riley Green at second base. Top of the 10th here. Big game for the Detroit Tigers. And the 3-2 pitch is flown into right field. Riley Green going to be coming around to score. Hao-Yu Lee Oppo Taco. Let's go. That's how you fight off that pitch. Great to see. First base coach giving up a little bit of a shoulder rub there as he cruises in to first base. Great to see from Hao-Yu Lee on that four seam, that inside out swing. Wow. That's a big time clutch hit from Hao-Yu Lee, who literally just came into the game as a pinch hitter.
Yeah. Love that. And he's definitely like one of those guys that is such a valuable asset to have on your bench. A guy like that can consistently hit. He can go oppo. Like he's got great numbers with runners in scoring position. All around, Hao-Yu Lee has been clutch in so many situations this season, and I'm so excited to see what the future has in store for a guy like Hao-Yu Lee. And Spencer Torkelson, another guy sneakily that has actually, like, the stats say that he has been good with runners in scoring position. So, it might not seem like it all the time, but if Spencer Torkelson can get on base, keep this thing rolling, and
Yeah, 2-1 count here on Torkelson. He's going up against the lefty. Spencer Torkelson sees a fastball, and it's blooped out to center field, and it drops.
Let's go, baby!
Lee scooting over to third base, and he will cruise in there as Torkelson fights one off. First and third, Detroit Tigers up 2-1. Nobody out here in the top of the 10th. Torkelson smiling about it. Max Clark is a super hard guy to double up, and this could be a spot where I am bunting Max Clark to make sure that this run comes home. It's a lot of pressure on him, but this run is the difference in winning and losing this game. If you're able to score him, obviously Max Clark can handle the bat pretty damn well.
Yeah. We need him on base. We bunt, get and that is not it. The slider away.
That's what I'm scared of.
Oh, but
a strikeout would be detrimental.
Right. If
and one thing he has been able to, he has picked up some strikeouts, which, I'm not really concerned with long term, but the swing and miss is there a little bit. Max Clark has been really great, for the Detroit Tigers, but 0-1 right here, first and third, nobody out. Gets a full. All right, so it's grounded to shortstop. Willie Adames gets the out at second base, but Hao-Yu Lee scores big time to get it in play. Detroit Tigers take a 3-1 lead. Let's go. You needed to get that run home. I didn't care how it happened. It just needed to happen.
Yeah, no doubt. And yeah, having
You
him on.
sending him?
What's up?
You sending him?
Why not?
Yeah, especially with Valencia up.
Right.
If you could get him into scoring position, this would be a massive hit. Um, Shout out Nick, bro. I told you this is our game. Go Tigers from Flint Town, says Rodney. Shout out to everybody joining us, tapping in right now. We appreciate every single one of you guys watching. I guess all turn on the channel 125 SO Watch Tigers live game. Shout out to everybody for tapping in. We really appreciate you guys. Make sure to subscribe to Woodward Tigers. I'm your host, Nicholas Kohloff, Detroit Tigers beat reporter for the network. And shout out to our guy, Gordon Jones Jr. We appreciate you guys. Hopefully we can be joined by, a Broder and Maz here for a little bit on the post game, and super exciting stuff here all around. So shout out to everybody. And we big time appreciate you. That's how you bounce back right there. You needed it and you saw it for the Detroit Tigers. That's how you step up in the 10th inning when your team desperately needed you. So looked like they finally woke up and smoked the coffee a little bit there.
Yeah, thank God. You needed to. Yeah, I mean, the game is, weighing in the balance. So you have to go out and somebody has to do something, right? And thank God for Hao-Yu Lee coming off the bench, giving this team a start. Shout out, shout out to Smash the Numbers too. If I was in Birmingham, I would get a mocha at Birmingham Roast right now. Shout out. And shout out to all the people we were friends with at our at Roast, man. That was a nice spot to be located next to. And
For
also
sure.
Jason Foley takes the mound, one of those guys that was part of that pitching chaos a few years back. And
shout out Danny Rogers' husband, Jason Foley. New to the network, Danny Rogers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. No,
well, I gotta say, I hope he has doesn't do great here, but hopefully successful in his own right, but
yeah.
Just not against the Tigers today.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. That's a hell of a tidbit, Nick. I did not know that that our new coworker was married to Jason Foley. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. 3-1 Detroit Tigers lead the San Francisco Giants after putting up 2 runs here in the top of the 10th. Max Clark at first base. Valencia up 0-1 count. Throws a hanging slider and Valencia fouls it back. 0-2 count now. If he is going to throw that slider, I think it'd be a good pitch to run on, Gordo. I mean, I'm sending Clark.
Yeah, no doubt. And if you get another one that's, your catcher back there has to extend way out for, then yeah, why not? And Foley trying to back pick Clark again at first, not going to happen.
Shout out to Eduardo Valencia, 1 for 2 on the day. Yeah, I'm sending Clark.
Yep. Go hit something, big fella. Come on, Valencia.
Oh, fouls one off his foot. Looked like he's in big time pain there. Oh, yikes.
We've seen him take a little bit of a beating and in a few of these previous.
Oh, right off the toe. Yeah, he took that ball right off of the bat to the face a couple nights ago, which was not great to see.
Yeah, and just naturally playing that catcher position that wears down on you. I mean, being a backup catcher a little bit to a lesser extent, but still, like that's a very physically demanding position. Your body, this far into the MLB season cannot feel 100%. So to have even more nicks and bruises, hate to see it. Hopefully Valencia can shake it off and get a big hit here. Down 0-2 in the count. Foley bottom slider gets sent into left field foul territory. 0-2 count remains, and Foley at 4 pitches now. That slider is definitely working for him. And he's getting the soft contact for sure. Just hoping to get a little dribbler right up the middle for a potential double play. That's for
0-2 count here. Let's see if they send Clark. Valencia looks at a ball away, and Max Clark will get to second base on a passed ball by the Giants. So they don't send him, but big mistake there by the Detroit or by the San Fran catcher, and unable to come up with that one. But a 1-2 count with Valencia up, and Max Clark now in scoring position. He's certainly going to score on a single. So big time opportunity for the Tigers to take a 4-1 lead. Valencia looks at one away. Check swing does not go. Way to lay off for Valencia there on a nice slider away. 2-2 count now on Valencia. Got Max Clark at second base. 2-2. Oh, unable to take. Oh, shit. Valencia strikes out. Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. San Fran catcher is a Detroit kid who went to school in Oakland County. No way. Let me look that up. That's a hell of a tidbit. Hold on a second here. All right, San Fran.
Shout out to our guy John F. and Lord. We appreciate you. Make sure you guys smash that excuse me. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to Woodward Tigers, and share the stream. Any super chats that you guys have will be read out loud. We are officially in the monetizing market, and we are super thrilled to be able to get that done, and really appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure to get your thoughts in the chat. And hopefully watching the Detroit Tigers win a game in another series, Gordo.
Yeah, and quick update about Daniel Susak. He's a 5'8" sixer, man. He's a Roseville High, so
no way.
Yeah, hopefully that you make a one or two more errors, and that's another high ball into left field. That one for Zach McKinstry. 2-1 count, 2 outs, 1 on. Tigers up 3-1 in extra innings here in the top of the 10th, looking to take the win in the getaway game here in San Francisco.
Yeah, this would be big time for sure. McKinstry's in a good count here with the 2-1. Max Clark on second base. Z-Mac gets a fastball that he fires off, and going to be a 2-2 count here on Zach McKinstry. He's been playing a lot better as of late. He had a really big-time throw out, gunning down a runner at the plate earlier in this game. That was probably the biggest moment of this game so far. And McKinstry, 2-2 count, fully delivers, slider away.
Zach McKinstry's hitting has been significantly better recently, but his base running decision-making has been worse than ever. I've said it before. Zach McKinstry taketh and he giveth and he taketh. Right? He'll give you some hustle
as he walks
thrown out at home. So shout out to Z-Mac for getting the walk there. 2-on, 2 out for the Detroit Tigers with a 2-run lead here in the top of the 10th.
This is another opportunity with a runner in scoring position for Kevin McGonigal. Let's see if he adjusts a little bit. He took that big swing and popped out to right field last time when there was a runner on third. This time he's got his buddy Max Clark at second base, and he's looking to score him. Fastball up, ball, and we challenge. Let's go.
Good job.
Let's go.
And,
it is a ball, and it significantly increases your chances, in the at-bat when you're up 1-0 compared to 0-1. I think that was a great challenge by Kevin. Trust his eyes, and looking to score Max Clark here, 1-0. Come on, Kevin.
Come on, Kev.
Splitter on the outside corner. Kevin challenges again. He is not going to be successful with this one as it does hit the outside of the zone. This ump's been all over the place all day. That would have been one that I wish he missed. Would have been nice. 1-1 count here on Kevin McGonigal. 1 for 4 on the day. Looking to score his buddy Max Clark from second base to really give the Detroit Tigers a big lead. Fastball up and in, and he attacks him in that top of the zone. He's able to foul it back, but yeah.
Fully nodding right now. Sean Znader's that man. Like, he's the placement's very good right now. I mean, he's obviously like a couple of them have gotten away from him, but see, as soon as I say that rising four seamer,
Yeah.
maybe I not able to fool Kevin. Um, Zach gets picked off before even stealing this year. Yeah, exactly.
2-2 count. Kevin McGonigal. Change up away with the splitter, and Kevin McGonigal strikes out. Failing to score, Max Clark from second base. I mean, we're going to need a little bit more with runners in scoring position down the stretch here and into the playoffs from Kevin if this team wants to go on a magical run and truly be successful. But, unable to come up big for the Tigers there. But don't let that fool you. Big time to put up the 2 runs, obviously, with the runner going to be placed on second base. You got to avoid the long ball, but to have to chase 2 runs is big time compared to having to just chase 1. So, honestly, the way Kenley Jansen looked in, the 9th inning, I would put him back out there for the 10th. I'm not sure what AJ Hinch will do, but what do you think there, Gordo?
I think they're going to bring in Yolber Diaz. That's what I think. I think Yolber's a guy that they haven't got, a whole lot of utilization out of yet, and I think he's a little bit of a wild card. He's got great swing and miss, I think his changeup or his cutter is pretty badass, and obviously like the fastball is something that we've seen from Yolber as well. This might be a very like high stakes, a little bit too high stakes for him, but I still think that it's either Tyler Holton, probably not. He gave you 2 innings yesterday. Same thing with Ty Madden. So it's either going to be, I think, Yolber Diaz or Jacob Wagyu Spackman in the game.
I think I saw in the chat that we got a Tyler Holton potential coming in, which I would feel pretty good about as we are over 50 likes. Let's try to get to 100 likes, chat. Make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to Woodward Tigers. I'm your host, Nicholas Kohloff, Detroit Tigers beat reporter for the network. We got our Rookie of the Year, Gordon Jones Jr., and Tyler Holton enters the chat. And, this season 49 games, 2.83 ERA. And 18.2% K rate. Come on, Holton. Come on, dude. Like, this is it. Lock
Nick,
in.
I'll tell you right now, bro, if he sells this, take back everything I said. Take it all back. If he comes out of this inning and the Detroit Tigers win this game,
yep,
I'm gonna be a fan. I'll be quite a bit of a fan. So
they got McKinstry at short, McGonigal at third, Hao-Yu Lee enters at second base, Clark, Green, Outman in right field. So Detroit Tigers, they gotta find a way to just come away with a victory here. Bottom of the 10th, Holton. Oh my Lord, that ball was 10 inches off of the plate, and it was called a strike. And the Giants, they do have a challenge. Do they get an extra challenge?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
No,
in the bottom, I'm shocked that he didn't challenge that. Ooh, and a nice cutter.
Yeah, that cutter is right now, and that's something that we've seen recently from him. He's able to place that thing very well, and make these righty bats really uncomfortable.
Buddy Kennedy up for the Giants. I think he made his debut with the Tigs. Could be completely wrong.
What's up with this? Let's look it up.
Buddy Kennedy. But Tyler Holton in a 2-2 count now on the San Francisco 8-hitter here. And Holton's got to lock in. 2-2 count. Deep breath. Delivers.
Yeah.
Fastball up. Cutter up.
Kennedy's definitely been a journeyman in the MLB. He's played for like almost 10 teams. But he played for us 2 years ago. We claimed him off waivers from the St. Louis Cardinals in February 2024. He spent 8 days on the active Major League roster in April 2024 after being recalled from AAA to
Let's go! Strike three on the change up away. Big time for Tyler Holton. Sorry about that, Gordo. What was that?
No worries. I was just saying, he was recalled from Toledo to fill in for Gio Urshela. So,
okay, shout out to Gio Urshela.
Did not have a very long tenure as a Detroit. All right, Tyler Holton.
Nice cutter on the outside corner. And yeah, shout out to everybody for tapping in with us. Make sure to subscribe to Woodward Tigers. We're on our road to 9,000 subscribers. Just surpassed 8,000. We truly appreciate you guys for joining us, not just today, but throughout the whole entire season. We're going to be going live from the ballpark as Tyler Holton looks pretty locked in right now on the 9-hitter cost up 2-0.
Yeah, that cutter.
Yeah, Holton looks dialed in.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. One more strike. Wave him off.
Got him.
Got him. You going to challenge it? Nope. Sit down.
I don't think they know they have a challenge after what just transpired in the last two at-bats.
They might not. They literally might not. Like, I don't understand. The Detroit Tigers have been, pretty flippant with it. Not flippant, but they've been, active with the challenges. San Fran lost them all early, and it just hasn't been able to do anything. The Giants get back to the top of their order. Bryce Eldridge, he 1 for 3 today with a walk and a single. He's been as solid as he can be for a team that's in the position that the Giants are in, as he takes strike 2.
Great to see from Tyler Holton so far. An 0-2 count, runner on second. Tigers up 3-1. Delivers a strikeout on a cutter low as the Tigers win. Tigers win. Tigers win. Troy Melton dominates in San Francisco, looking like a true ace. Kenley Jansen delivered a hell of a 9th inning, and Tyler Holton slams the door shut here in the bottom of the 10th as the Detroit Tigers win this one 3-1 and win the series against San Francisco after winning the series against Seattle. And the Detroit Tigers are absolutely rolling. They get back to 2 games under 500. This team is 3 games back in the division, I believe. And don't look now, but the Tigers are red hot.
Yeah, that absolutely fantastic. Real quick, Nick, I'm just changing the name of this live stream, so if you could give me a second here.
Yup, you're good. Awesome. I'm just gonna go through some of the stats. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Tyler Holton. Oh my God, Holton is him. Shout out to our guy KJ Obey. Huge W. McGonigal currently leads the AL and B war. He deserves both Rookie of the Year and MVP if the Tigers make the playoffs. We got our girl Nicole in there. Tigers win. Tigers win. Let's go. Motor City Kitties. The last 6 outs were strikeouts. That's a great point right there. Tigers are 2 games below 500. Born again, do not let these Tigers get hot. Rich Baldwin, yay. Yes, go Kitties. Shout out to everybody. Get your super chats in there as well. They will be read out loud. And smash that like button. We're going to try to get over 100. Big shout out. I mean, Gordon, that was looking very dire and very bleak there for a minute. But the Detroit Tiger team, as soon as they got to extras, they responded. And that's how you do it. Spencer Torkelson with a big hit in this game. A very clutch hit by Spencer Torkelson. Yeah, really, really proud of this team and their ability to fight through, kind of being on that, kind of getaway day. And, they were able to fight through the slow start, the, bad defense, and they were able to come out and get a victory. This is a big time win for the Detroit Tigers, and it's a momentum character building win when your bullpen was able to, really do that when the likes of Jansen and Holton, and you got the day off tomorrow. So the Detroit Tigers, really great to see for them as the White Sox are up 5-2 on Cleveland. We talked about it earlier. The Twins already lost. So Tigers making up some ground in the wild card.
Yeah, definitely. And the Tigers are officially 3rd in the AL Central now. They are, Twins falling down to 4. Tigers are 3 games back, 58 and 60. And in their last 10, they're 7-3, which is the best record in the AL Central for the last 10. So shout out. And yeah, this is exactly what the doctor ordered today, right? The Guardians are, I think they're about to lose here. Or no, they're yeah, bottom of the seventh. They're down 3 runs against the Chicago White Sox. So hoping that they get the series loss against Chicago and come into Detroit reeling a little bit. And now, yeah, KJ Obey also has a great point. There are only 2 teams in front of us for the last wild card spot. So shout out. Really excited for that. And guys, I think Detroit, if you win these next 2 series, you're a playoff team. You win these next 2, you have elevated yourself past the Cleveland Guardians and into that second spot in the AL Central, and have elevated yourself into a position where you're not only thinking about, but also you know comfortably playoffs. I mean, I shouldn't say comfortably. It's still going to come down to the wire a little bit, but you put yourself in that good of a spot. Like that's exactly what the Tigers need right now. And what we needed right now was another super chat from our guy Sideless.
Shout out to Silas. We got a Gritty Tigs played like they've been here before. Give the Tigers a chance, says Silas. We really appreciate the super chat there. Appreciate you, brother. And the Detroit Tigers are looking like they have a real chance right now to make the postseason and get back to 500. And it's so great to see. And another big shout out to We Ain't Say That with the super chat as well. We have to show up next week. No horsing around. Agreed.
Amen.
This is the biggest week of the season for the Detroit Tigers, going up against 2 division rivals. So for the Detroit Tigers to come out on top in both of these series would be massive for not just the playoff hopes in terms of a wild card, but for a chance to win this division, Gordon, which is crazy to say, but we are finally here. This team has been fighting back like crazy. And man, this was a really big win today. It was a must-win game in my eyes, and they were able to pull it out and win it. And just really great to see through and through. I'm really happy about the Detroit Tigers and their ability to, win this game. I saw a comment in there. Bro, that was 2024 MV Pote receiving Tyler Holton. Shout out to for Blitz Does Bits. $5 super chat. We appreciate you big time, brother. Yeah, that was 2024 MVP Tyler Holton. Holy moly, he was fired up too. He was yelling.
Shout out Rodney Smiley. Love you, bro. Big appreciate it.
From Flint Town.
Go Tigers from Flint Town. Amen. Love it. Absolutely love it. And yeah, this next week is absolutely crucial. We have 3 games coming up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday against the Cleveland Guardians, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against the Chicago White Sox. So absolutely critical AL Central opponents in this next homestand. And then after that, the schedule lightens up a little bit. You get you go to Pittsburgh, and then you go to KC. And then once you get out of those 2 teams, you have Tampa Bay and LA Dodgers to end the month.
Yeah, you want to be over 500 before those 2 series.
Yes. So that is why this next week. Yeah, Rodney Smiley, you said it best, dude. If we can sweep this next week, which I don't think is going to happen, but if we could, that would put you in such good position. Oh, man, it's not even funny.
Super fired up. KJ Obey said, Sean said to talk to him when the Tigers are 2 games under. How will he move the goalpost now? Make sure to tap into the shows throughout the week. Gonna be fun, and they get the day off tomorrow. Do you know what, Gordo? To rest that bullpen that has been taxed a little bit. Kenley Jansen threw today, Tyler Holton. So those guys will be ready to pitch on Tuesday. And I will be at the ballpark, hoping to get interviews with Troy Melton, and Max Clark. So make sure you guys subscribe to Woodward Tigers. We big time appreciate you. And Make sure to smash that like button. We got 136 people tapping in with us. We appreciate you as the Detroit Tigers pick up
Shout
a
out.
massive victory, 3-1. They get back to 2 games under 500. This team is cruising. And Gordo, thank God for the hat, the rally cap, because it worked, baby. Let's go.
Rally cap. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off now. It's a little uncomfortable on my forehead, and I want to rock. However, yeah. Shout out to the rally cap. The 3 times that I've used it this year, it has worked. So that's fantastic.
Let's
And
go.
Rich Baldwin 9042 in the chat. If the Tigers can sweep the Tribe, they'll be above 500. Sorry, I'm never gonna refer to the Cleveland Ball Club as the Guardians. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. It's definitely an old habit for sure. And the people want to see you get an interview with Jackson Jobe. Do you think maybe you could get that?
Oh, yeah, let's fucking go. Saw him a little bit last year, so hopefully be a familiar face a little bit. If I could, chat it up with Jackson Jobe, that'd be awesome. I would love to talk to Jackson Jobe. Yeah, I guess definitely should set the goals pretty high with Melton, Jobe, and Max Clark, and we'll be there for 6 straight days. So yeah, I think that's a great idea to try to chat with Jackson Jobe, ask him about some of that rehab, and really getting back. They talked to him a little bit on the broadcast today, and he talked about really getting stronger, and he does look built. Like, he looks really built up, and that's allowing him to obviously throw over 100 and to really dot that slider to pair with the nasty changeup. Jackson Jobe, I wanted to temper expectations, because obviously when you don't pitch for over 12 months due to Tommy John surgery, you never truly know how the guy's going to come back and look. But Jackson Jobe was a former top 5 prospect, not in the Tiger system, in all of baseball. This was a top 5 pick, and Jackson Jobe, his ceiling is legitimately Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
That kind of action on his pitches, the nasty slider, elite changeup to pair with that fastball. Jackson Jobe has been truly, really incredible, and really, he was dominant yesterday, and it's just so nice to see him back on the mound. He looks like he completely transformed his body with going through this, and if you got a Jackson Jobe and a Troy Melton, I'm telling you, you got 2 aces.
Yeah. No doubt.
And I wanted to temper expectations, but now that I've seen him pitch, holy moly, he unbelievable. Like, you got a dog.
He's unreal.
It was so good yesterday. It's so great to see. Shout out to everybody for tapping in with us. Make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to Woodward Tigers on our road to 9,000 subscribers. So really appreciate everybody tapping in. And get some W's in the chat, fellas. Big time win from the Detroit Tigers. We want to hear who your guys' MVP of the day is for the Detroit Tigers. Make sure to get your MVP in the chat.
Hell yeah. My MVP for today, I'm not gonna go with Troy. I'm gonna let you talk about your boy Troy, but it's a pretty good question, but I think man, actually it's a really good question. I'm trying to think refer back to that last couple of innings there.
How
How
you
him to come off the bench and get that 1-run single.
Yep.
I mean, that's I'm gonna say how you leave my MVP of the day, because the only time that you got in this game and you made a huge impact. That is absolutely essential to winning baseball games, and that's, I think, something that we saw in these Detroit Tigers when they have had success previously. It's when they have the guys that are coming off the bench and able to provide a spark. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say How You Lee is my MVP of the day.
I really like the How You Lee take right there. We got our guy Xavier D, LFG, Nick doing the work. Shout out Gordo. We appreciate you, Xavier D. Big time. Thank you guys for tapping in. I do like the How You Lee, but I'm going right back. to Troy Melton. Unbelievable job from Troy Melton. That he is your MVP in a pitching duel against the likes of, Logan Webb, who's one of the, most steady pitchers in the National League. To be able to go out there and battle him today the way that Troy Melton was able to do so, it was really great to see. He ended up with 1 run on his resume, but it wasn't an earned run. So his ERA is down to 1.46 on the season. Troy Melton, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, only 4 hits, and really big, really big time, Troy Melton. And you were able to, use the bullpen after with Kyle Finnegan, Drew Summers, Kenley Jansen, and Tyler Holton. And the Detroit Tigers have their guy in Troy Melton with his 1.46 ERA, one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. And then to pair that with Jackson Jobe, you're going to give opposing teams nightmares. And I am just so thrilled that even when you trade a Tarek Skubal and Casey Mize, that you have 2 young electric arms that are ready to roll. And Troy Melton has been nothing short of incredible. I actually think it is starting to turn into one of the biggest stories in all of baseball. And if he does continue to eat up 6 innings, 7 innings at a time, if he qualifies, he could fuck around and win the Cy Young.
He could. And if he, plays in the same
Sorry
rate.
for the language.
Listen, I've dropped a couple too. This has been an emotional roller coaster, so bear with us, guys. But I think if Troy continues this, rate next season, he will be a top 3 for the AL Cy Young, no doubt. No doubt he will be in the running for that. And a lot of you guys, shout out to the chat. The chat's answer for MVP of the game is clearly our closers of the day, Kenley Jansen and Tyler Holton. Love it. Absolutely love it. Shout out. Those guys were fantastic. Like we said previously, if you guys weren't tuned in earlier, that's probably the best we've seen from Kenley Jansen all year. A 1-2-3, strike out the side. Fortissimo, absolutely beautiful. I loved what I saw out of Kenley Jansen. And, same thing with Tyler Holton. He, had the swing and miss. And, he was absolutely he was pinpoint placing those cuts. And that was so good to see. And we had a super chat in here earlier saying that was 2024, MVP, one MVP vote.
Yep. Shout out Blitz Does Bits.
Yeah, and he was out for 26 pitches yesterday he threw, and for him to come in again today, I definitely didn't expect it. So that's awesome. That is awesome that not only was he able to, not let any kind of physical fatigue, obviously there was no signs of fatigue, but also for Scott Federer and for AJ to finally play the hot hand, ride the hot hand and go with the guy who's dealing right now to save the game for you. And that's exactly what you needed. So thank you for our skip and our pitching coach for not making things too complicated, right? This guy's dealing, throw him out there. We need a win.
And we got 113 votes on our Woodward Sports chat. Will the Detroit Tigers make the postseason? 81% says no doubt they will. 19% they're cooked. That's a big time win today. There's no way around it. I was going to crash out a little bit with the loss, and luckily we don't need to do that. And I just think the Detroit Tigers getting this win before getting a big day off, which will be great for them to rest up and, really gear up for a big time, battle against 2 division rivals in the Guardians and then the White Sox. And, I think you're looking at this team to go minimum 4-2. Yeah. I think if they can go 4-2, they get back to 500. They win both series. I'm feeling great if the Detroit Tigers are able to go 4-2, and just specifically because, I'm really holding out hope.
Me too.
That that they can do something special. And you know what? They're back to 1.5 games back of the wild card. Or actually, one second.
They're 1 game back of the wild card.
Yeah, 1 game back. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I had my screen refreshing. 1 game back of the wild card. 7-3 in their last 10. They've won 2 games in a row, and they have the highest win differential in the American League. This Detroit Tigers team can win the American League. You just saw what you saw in Jackson Jobe. You just saw what you saw in Troy Melton being an ace with an ERA sub 1.50. You got guys like Zach McKinstry stepping up, Howie Lee stepping up, Kevin McGonigal and Max Clark. Kevin had 1 hit, but Max was kind of looking a little bit lost today at times. But he had the big night last night. Imagine if these guys get red hot. This Detroit Tigers team can go on a serious run, but I mean, they are going to just continue to need to score big time runs, and it's been insane. It's been insane from what this Detroit Tiger team's been able to do.
And yeah, shout out to Ben P 1999. Obviously not going to read that one, but I 1000% reciprocate that hatred for that team down under, that devil ball team, that team that has one of the worst run differentials in all of baseball, yet has hung around with what are they, basically like almost above 500 record all this whole season. They've been a thorn in your side, and you're 0-6 against them as it stands. They swept you twice. So the get back is going to be huge. I want to see these guys pissed off. I want to see a Detroit Tigers team that looks like they're fighting and scratching for every single pitch, every single at bat, whatever it is. These guys need to come into the game with intensity and juice, just like they did in that playoff series last year against the Cleveland Guardians. We saw them fired up for that. They got to be fired up for this one too, because you got to at least split the all-time, the season series with Cleveland. Right? Come on, you can't let Cleveland beat you again.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a great point there, Gordo. And we got our guy Golden Grizzlies fan club, Nicky's Job and Gordon's Max Clark, our Woodward 2.0 MVPs. We appreciate you, brother. And we appreciate every single person tapping in on the Woodward Tigers live stream that we did. I'm your host, Nicholas Kohloff. Make sure to subscribe to Woodward Tigers and Woodward Sports. We appreciate you guys big time. And after this stream ends, make sure to drop your comments in the comment section. It'll help us push this stream out. And if you guys have any questions for a Jackson Jobe, for a Max Clark, or a Troy Melton, I will be at the field all week long trying to get an opportunity to interview those players and bring you guys the most exclusive interviews live from Comerica Park, and we'll be doing post games all week long. So make sure to tap into our Woodward Tigers chat. We appreciate you guys big time. The Detroit Tigers with a big time victory today, Gordo. Anything else that you want to get off your chest here before we tap out of here?
Not too much. I'm just waiting for this probable pitchers page to load just to kind of see if they had that decided yet or not. But of course, it's taking its sweet time. Oh, here we go. But like I said, man, these next few games are absolutely crucial. Okay, yeah. So we got Drew Anderson going against Tanner Bybee tomorrow. We have Framber Valdez going against Foster Griffin on Wednesday. And then Thursday, my guy, Keder Montero will take the mound against Parker Messick. Huge series. And for you to not have your 2 best pitchers out there, it's going to be tough. It's an upward battle for the Detroit Tigers, but you got to take care of business. You absolutely have to take care of business. I'm specifically kind of keyed in on that matchup on Wednesday. Framber, the 2 lefties going head-to-head, and Griffin and Val. Foster Griffin's had a hell of a year. He's 12-4 with 122 strikeouts. So that's definitely going to be an upward battle for you. But I think whoever wins game 2 on Wednesday will probably win the series.
I like that point. Yeah, that's a really good point. And with obviously Job and Melton going back-to-back days, looks like they're going to be in line to go up against the White Sox, which will be nice, trying to, limit
Yeah.
them and their run scoring ability, which will be great to see. Probably looks like a Friday start, would be great. Jackson Job Friday night at Comerica Park would be electric.
Oh man. Yeah. I one of the last games that he played, last season against the Boston Red Sox, I was able to attend. And yeah, like watching him strike out Alex Bregman, like that was so freaking electric. Just being, almost field level and being able to watch, what he does. And it like, man, Comerica Park is better when you got guys like Troy Melton and Jackson Job taking the mound. So yeah,
No
shout
doubt.
out.
And we're going to see
Born
Max
again Dave
Clark's
Marjano is
first. What was that?
sorry, that I'm just letting you know. As somebody in the chat asked, 6:40 p.m. for Wednesday.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we got Max Clark roaming center field at Comerica Park for the first time. So that's going to be really cool as well. So make sure you
Yeah.
guys subscribe to Woodward Tigers. We're going to try to do a lot more of these live watch alongs for some of the away games when Gordon and I are free. And obviously for the home games, we're going live after every single game from Comerica Park. And hopefully bring you guys the most exclusive interviews, that you can never find anywhere else. So big time appreciate every single person that's been tapping in for the stream. This was a lot of fun, Gordo, and Detroit Tigers were able to pull through and
Yeah.
come away with a big time W, which made it that much better. Big shout out to the Woodward Tigers community that we're building. Gordon and I are, like I mentioned
Love it.
earlier, we're finally being monetized through YouTube. So super chats are always appreciated, but more importantly, just enjoy the content. We're here for the Detroit Tigers. We all want this team to be extremely successful, besides Neil and Sean and KG. But we'll be here. We're covering this team, and we're pulling for them. And in covering this team, I truly think that they can do some special things when your best players are your youngest players. And yeah, Troy Melton, another dominant outing from the ace of the Detroit Tigers. And to be honest, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Yeah, and one last thing that I'll leave you guys off on. I mentioned it while the game was going, but the Tigers have now won 7 consecutive road series. That is the longest streak in franchise history.
One more time.
The Detroit Tigers have won 7 consecutive road series. That is the longest streak in Detroit Tigers history.
That's
Love it.
incredible.
Absolutely love it. And then Xavier, Sean will be miserable tomorrow. It's going to be great. We're not going to be seeing Sean tomorrow, actually. BDE is going to be streaming live from University of Michigan golf course, and they said Michigan men only. So it's only going to be me, KG, and Justin. We're going to have a Wolverine show. So shout out. I love it. I absolutely love it. And make sure that you guys tune in Tuesday. You'll be able to hear Sean. But yeah, thank you all you guys in the chat. Like Xavier DT, Sean Znader, KJ Obey, Mr. D Slaughter, Wizard of Oz. Like, there's a lot of new names among some of the names that we have come to know very well. Like even Crazier Clown,
Yep.
Duncan Stewart. Obviously, all of our up and super chats in there. I ain't say that nitty gritty. Sharp Derp, Doughboy Steve, Sideless, Blitz Does Bits. You guys are fantastic. Love it, guys. Thank you all so much for the support. It means more than you can imagine.
Big time for sure, right there. And make sure everybody subscribes to Woodward Tigers. We'll be doing it. And got the biggest week of the Detroit Tigers season coming up. And they were able to take care of business today before getting out of town back on a plane to Detroit. So shout out to everybody in the chat. We really appreciate you guys. Yeah, how excited are you about Troy Melton, Gordo? I mean, the guy's been unbelievable. I sing his praise all the time. You do as well. How thrilled are you? And do you think it is crazy to say he's one of the best pitchers in baseball?
No, not at all. And honestly, I would say something, but I think our guy Wizard of Oz 511 has said it best. Xavier, yeah, he's been He's been a crew. Help him out. The two 21-year-olds are best friends and have been the savior for the team this season. It's like the Tigers version of Zetterberg and Datsuk. I love that. I absolutely love that comparison. That's fantastic. And those two guys were magical on the ice, watching those two. And it's starting to become the same exact thing with McGonigal and Max Clark. I love that point. And yeah, shout out
Yeah, big
to
time shout out. We appreciate you guys. That's incredible. I mean, you talk about that duo. You can talk about Melton and Job in their same exact light. Like this team's
right.
young talent is incredible. If they do this the right way, they're going to have everybody locked up for a really long time, and hopefully, be able to insulate them with a free agent here or there. You haven't really seen Scott Harris go out and spend money on hitters. But once you see these guys come up in the prospects and everybody you know, this team's going to really have a chance to be really good for a long time, and I would be shocked if they don't win a World Series behind Melton, Joe, McGonigal, and Clark. I think there's way too much talent there. And you'll see, who else comes up and is able to be successful, like a Briseño, who is now in Triple-A Toledo after the call up today. But the Detroit Tigers win this one 3-1, Gordo. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Had a great chat today. It's been absolutely going bonkers. So big shout out to everybody there. We got Sean, our guy. The homestand can be special or miserable. I'm hoping it's going to be special, Sean. Shout out to Xavier D and Rich Baldwin and Virtual Vernon. We appreciate you guys big time. And for everybody, before you guys get out of here, make sure to smash that like button. Hopefully hit 100 by the end of the stream. And make sure to subscribe to Woodward Tigers. We are on our road to 9,000 subscribers. We appreciate everybody for watching. For Gordon Jones Jr., our Rookie of the Year, I'm your host, Nicholas Kohloff, Detroit Tigers beat reporter for the network. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and go Tigers.
Well, see you later.